You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Well, we are live, if that light is telling me anything. The whole party's back around the table. And, chaos. Boy, it's been too long, and I love when we're like, we're live, and everybody goes,
There was a lot of chatter at the table before we started.
They literally made me go into the back room.
Yes.
We had a secret room.
With themselves.
That was us.
Our secret
Seize
room.
control from your DM. Take your own secret
take
room.
your own secret room.
By all means, please. Well, these characters have a lot to talk about, so we'll get right into these things as quick as possible. Last week, we announced our new sponsor, Eldritch Foundry. They are the premier place to go to design and order customized, realistic miniatures for all tabletop games at unparalleled levels of detail. And I can tell you this because I've done it myself and I use it at home. So make sure you guys check it out. Every type of character you can imagine. So many clothes, items, terrain. Guys, they have an armored arachnid mount. Not even joking.
Wait.
Armored arachnid mount.
A spider with armor on it.
A spider with armor on it that is also a thing that you ride into battle.
This is definitely Ron warning us.
I think this is what's... Are we going to ride spiders? Wait,
We're going to fight armored spiders.
Oh, I didn't...
Why do you know this, Ron?
Yeah.
Why I know this is because I have been participating in the hashtag My Monthly Mini campaign that Eldritch Foundry's got going on right now. If you go onto your Instagram, social media, anywhere, you create a character inside of Eldritch Foundry's builder this month, you share what you created on social media, you'll get a $5 gift card.
Oh.
Make sure you use the hashtag, make sure you tag Eldritch Foundry. That $5 gift card, it's going to get you a free STL. That means you can create a character, share it online, one per person per month, $5 free STL for you to get your character printed from anywhere.
If you don't know what an STL is, it's the design that allows you to 3D print something.
It stands for stereolithograph, essentially. It's a file type that allows you to print, especially for people like me who print at home. You get a free mini. So
Ron's a real big nerd, guys.
When technology said we can take manufacturing out of the factory and put it into your hands, I went, yes, please.
Seize the means of production.
I am. Thank you. Right?
He's also making cars.
Yeah.
I'm from the East Coast. I'm all union, so
That's right.
I have some problems
I'm just
with
trying to work my way into the
Taking jobs
union,
out of the
man.
hands of machinists.
How am I going to learn how to use the machines if I don't use the machines? So they've got even their own fantastic adventures you can download for free that are accompanied by beautiful minis from the story as well. You can check out their 2 adventures available now with more on the way. I hear there might be one in March.
Yeah, they're very excited about these.
Yes, you can print your minis or you can print them off yourself, but be sure to use our discount code, The Dungeon Run, at checkout to get 20% off.
What's the if you enter in chat right now, exclamation point minis, the prompt, exclamation point minis or miniatures, thank you, Adam. You can also get the link that way as well. I was trying to say mods, and the word mods.
we got through it.
It's not it's a sort of a made up word.
It's hard to think without Adam's facial
Mod.
hair.
Yeah, honestly, I'm
an experienced streamer, and Adam is missing facial hair. Anyway, we've also been so excited to be working with the Artificer's Guide to Magic Items the last few weeks, which is a brand new book coming soon to the DM's Guild. It's an amazing 5th edition D&D expansion that will help you level up your magic items for your own campaigns. In addition to new spells, new items, and so much more, the book will also help inspire ways to supercharge your character's crafting abilities. Pay attention, Adam.
Yes, sir.
Special workshops, tools, components to take your Artificer or any class to the next level. With beautiful art by our friend, the ultra-talented Miguel Coronado.
Woo!
I call him friend. Some of us call him husband.
Some of us.
Wait, how many of
I'm
us?
sorry, I got really excited.
Hey, look, I'll leave it a mystery.
a few.
I believe, Sean, are we showing some of that beautiful art now?
Oh, I thought we were going to
Good
show
job.
pictures of Michael. That would
Yeah. With that beautiful
throw
man,
in
are you showing
Michael's
pictures of
headshot.
that beautiful man right now?
Miguel. Professional name Miguel Coronado.
Oh, I didn't know.
Available
what's
soon on the DMs Guild. Digital copies are a steal at only $4.99, so get on
I
that.
have many husbands.
Be watching, it's coming out shortly. Die Hard Dice is also, by the way, our beautiful people at Die Hard Dice has extended their special holiday event, because who says you can't? Starting at $30 orders, Die Hard will give you a free gift with each order. The larger the order, the more special the gift. Check it out right now at dieharddice.com, and don't forget to use our coupon code DungeonRun at checkout for a discount on us.
Thank you for making me feel better because my Christmas tree is still up.
Yeah, oh, mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's beautiful and it smells good.
That's right, and my cats love it.
Yeah.
They're going to be very sad. when
I
take
love
down.
it. I love watching it at night. I mean,
There we go.
blinking lights.
Did I mention that our show is made possible by Patreon? Go to patreon.com/thedungeonrun for all the incredible bonus content. For just $5 a month, you get access to cool behind-the-scenes content and our after-show short rest, exclusive only to you patrons. You can also get VODs of fun shows like Game Night and the Dungeon Cooldown. Kari and Ron had an excellent Dungeon Cooldown yesterday, as I understand it. And we have so much more available at the Patreon. We also wanted to shout out you new patrons. Thank you to Dwayne Knight, Kevin Forbes, Slitherthay, and Zinkshi for joining the Patreon community. Thank you so much.
Woohoo.
And a huge shout out to Daria Not Daria for jumping into Team Force of Light.
eyes.
Two eyes.
You rock.
We went through
Daria, not Daria.
Yeah, Daria. Actually, we
Daria.
clarified this with Daria
Oh, okay.
on the cooldown.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because there are the way it's spelled, there's two I's. So
Yes.
I
Right.
thought Daria.
Yes.
No, Daria, not Daria. She's pronounced just like the MTV show Daria, but her name is spelled, or their name is spelled with two I's.
We need to know this because their name will be read off at the end
Yeah.
of the show along with
Right.
the other members of Team
What's
Force
up,
of Light and Team
Daria?
Force of
What
Light.
up, Daria?
Welcome, welcome.
It's about the
Welcome.
pronunciation.
And is it Dwayne Knight or Dwayne Wright?
Dwayne Wright.
Is that aggressive? No.
Not, yes, I think.
Yeah.
I think
wait,
so.
wait. So the double I is about the spelling, not
Spelling.
the
Spelling,
pronunciation.
not the pronunciation.
Spelling.
Got
Look,
it.
we really
That was a
care about
simplified.
getting your names
that was
right.
a really simplified way to do it. Thank you. That was. I should have. Yep. That was
But
great.
free interactivity and getting to play in our Patreon exclusive D&D campaign, DM'd by moi. There's so many other amazing things at patreon.com/dungeonrun. Moi. That's all the French I know.
Super good, buddy. Super
Thanks,
good.
man. Back to Ron.
As you might know, or if you're new here, then you wouldn't, but we are an interactive show where you have the chance to affect our story in unique, surprising ways. And recently that happened in the form of a giant meteor from the sky.
Not cool,
and it
bro.
changed everything.
Cristobal's going to
mean,
use to
that's
his own ends.
bad.
He will
Anyway.
use that to his own ends.
So use our custom Twitch extension or the link you can find in the About section on our Twitch page, or you can just enter !donate in the chat and get the link that way. There are two ways you can help or challenge our players. You can give advantage or disadvantage to any of our players or the DM, or you can choose to join the battle between the Force of Light and Force of Shadow. You can donate to either side through purchasing glimpses and bursts, and a glimpse of light or shadow will help a little while a burst will move the bar a long way. When enough light or shadow at various levels is gathered by either side, a force card will be unlocked. And in fact, we've got a couple right away that I'm going to read
Yeah,
tonight.
force cards now?
These
Yes.
cards, yes, I pushed them when we split so that you could all benefit
You didn't
or
want to punish
detrify.
Carrie.
Yeah, really. Well, I mean, I could have put. Look,
Hey, we
you
don't
are going to
know
be
that.
happy. You're going to be happy
Hey,
that I didn't do it.
We don't know if they're bad. They could
That's
be
right.
so
Could
good.
be so
They
good.
could be little presents sent
So
from
good.
you,
Exactly.
the viewer.
See? Surena gets it. Serena gets it.
Help
So the-
us. Help us.
Wow. So
He's
the,
Morse coding with his eyes.
Too desperate. Am I too desperate? Is this fine? I don't know.
Right,
I'm
okay,
just gonna drink wine. It's
Become the
fine.
cringe.
Right, we're gonna be quiet now. So sorry, we're so loud.
You're fine, you're fine.
I'm sorry.
oh,
That's
I
funny.
love you guys.
We
I love
missed
you
being
guys.
all together.
Yes, you can tell the energy is great in the room right now. It is wonderful. These cards are often guaranteed to affect the game in surprising ways, and they get stronger as we go. We had some questions about the Force of Light, so just a reminder that while light is often good and shadow is often bad, the gods like to keep us on the toes. And just like if you get too much sun out on the beach, you get a sunburn. Sun's good for you. You need it in order to survive, right? You need it literally to grow.
That's what they
Oh, is
say.
one
but if
happening
you
right
get
now?
too much,
I mean, the fireball was
the
technically a force of
fireball.
light.
Yeah, that was a force of
Oh,
light.
yeah.
Yeah. So
was
Which
Maybe
maybe
it's
it was good in some ways?
Who knows? was.
19
That's the thing,
points
you don't
of
really know,
psychic
right?
damage that was good.
Oh, all of those people.
Oh,
Did.
just
All those people
Oh no, all those
did?
real
people
bad.
died.
They could have all been evil.
I
real
really-
I
bad.
don't think they were. I
Or
don't think
that
they
meteor
were
could have
evil.
stopped an even bigger tragedy, and you don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah, you
Real
don't know.
I've never clericked so hard.
You
You
really,
You really
honestly,
did. You're
honestly,
a medic.
I never got to say this, but what y'all did during that was so, like, I was so
Heroic?
proud of all of you when it was happening.
I mean,
because
by-
it was
by us-
literally just heroic.
By us, you mean really?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
you helped.
No,
You guys
we helped.
I
helped.
mean,
Yeah.
sort of helped.
But
Over
it was
here
immediate. Like, it wasn't
basically
even
what
a
I did.
thought. It was immediate join to, like,
Oh,
oh my gosh, there are a lot of people who
real
need
bad.
help right now.
it was
Well,
bad.
it
It was
was
awesome.
horrific.
It was
Yeah,
horrific.
for sure.
It was
We would be
really awful.
monsters.
Yes,
we
if we-
didn't do anything.
If we walked away, we would have
Wild.
been we would have been the fetid.
That's right.
Cristobal wouldn't have done
You guys
it.
were like, sewer maybe? I don't know.
It was real bad.
Wouldn't have done anything. I don't know.
Oh.
I'd rather wait around and poop.
Make that a t-shirt.
I'd rather wait around and poop.
I'd rather
It's
wait
a
around and
great,
poop.
great t-shirt.
Selling.
With that,
No.
with that,
Oh
let's
my
get
God.
into the unknown.
Yeah.
The gang is almost back together. KoKo Aldershadow, Redcap friend. Cristobal de la Cruz, Robot Daddy.
What?
Valcorio
Daddy.
Lunaris, wanted noble brother. Octavius
Yeah, he's
Boxcutter,
wanted.
Firebird.
Oh.
What? That's actually not good, you guys.
Pretty
It's
good. I mean,
actually-
it's much worse than it
great,
sounds.
But it's actually really bad.
It sounds very cool.
And Yuri Advalar as Rilian Dhonrod, the Smoky Bandit.
Ooh.
Oh,
okay.
I like
Are you
that.
smoking?
Hot,
Are you smoking?
though.
Always.
You know?
Both.
They-
Burt Reynolds? Was that Burt Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds.
And
Yeah, you're Burt Reynolds.
Thank
Sally
you.
Field.
Adam, you get a free advantage.
Oh.
Adds a mustache.
70s movie references all night. Don't threaten me with a good time.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah. Sent to the Tri-Cities by the Astral Dragon, empowered with SECRETS and Owl Shards by Emilio, the Secret Keeper's assistant. The party found themselves in a world
Emilio.
they did not truly and fully recognize. Val's family was in full splendor, more affluent than they had ever been, flourishing, mother on retirement, Bretonius missing, and Eric's, Val's statued ancestor, now appearing to look precisely like Val. And below that statue, found with the help of a one lovable Mr. Cuddlesworth,
Oh,
a mysterious curse box contained a powerful... Got Sean meowing in the background.
No, that was Josephine.
Oh, it's Josephine. It sounded, you threw that. That was awesome.
Very talented.
A mysterious curse box containing a powerful, beautiful relic, the royal mirror of the fallen lion. A real fish out of water story began to unfold. During a haunted rainy night, they slowly realized something was off. Not just with the world around them, but between them as well. It all started at the end of a long, rainy, haunted night. KoKo and Yuri, now the smoky violet tiefling Rilian, found themselves distrustful and evasive. KoKo fell asleep in a bush in the garden.
No, your pea bush, baby.
The following day, after a quick breakfast, a couple of changes of clothes, and a heavy sack of coins, Lucky arrived to tell the rest of the group, "Sir, your friend, the elf that smells of the woods, they came in through the front door and knocked, but indicated they would spend time alone in the nearby woods. They also said something about needing to converse with nature. They could have been clearer. They had a small red-capped gentleman, though he did not give his name. Assuming KoKo was working out of her own issues, the party headed for the docks, asking Lucky to tell KoKo where they were if she returned before they did. The party sans KoKo led to the mark at the docks with the Tri-Cities
KoKo
of...
only lives once.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Actually, probably twice, though,
I mean,
right?
that tracks. Solo kind of tracks.
Kind of tracks.
Yeah.
John, if you
Oh,
could put up the
boy.
map, please, good sir.
That's a good shirt.
Led to the docks, Dominion docks, where the Tri-Cities of Lunaris, Solessa, and Cosmoleg converge. Otto and Gast found great joy in vendors,
Oh, I forgot.
glove salesmen, and sweetmeats. Val spied on Rilian as they verbally accosted a fisherman so they could abandon their mad god. Cristobal,
Did you say verbally accosted?
Yeah, you did, though. You guys did. It was great.
Cristobal had a mind-bending conversation with an old colleague. Meanwhile, not far from the house, KoKo wakes from a weird dream filled with voices, shadows, and visions under a somehow familiar tree and in a perfectly circular bed of flowers, staring at one very important redcap. Back down at the docks, Failshin appears. Cristobal and Gas continue to the Lunaris estate, citing a headache. Rilian makes a deal.
Psychic damage.
At Val's estate, a knock at the door has Lucky meeting KoKo and Slushy. After a sniff, Lucky tells KoKo the party left for the docks. As the Redcap and KoKo begin their journey to the docks, they run into Cristobal and Gast. Then it happened.
Wait, Lucky sniffed KoKo?
After a sniff, you have
And
to watch the episode.
Oh, okay.
No.
Slushy sniffed
Slushy.
Lucky.
Slushy.
Yes.
Slushy sniffed Lucky.
Yeah, I'm playing with words.
Got it.
Sorry to
Whoa.
confuse you
Who
both.
sniffed who?
Then it happened. A large
Very
fireball erupted from the sky, knocking the Solessa Tower into the ground and crashing into the nearby mountain pass. Panic in the city ensues. Our party finds themselves split inside the sewers. Val, Otto, and Rilian find an unexpected figure from the past, and Cristobal, Gast, Slushy, and KoKo are searching for a mysterious-smelling tiefling. Tonight, we begin with returning to Cristobal and KoKo, who have entered the sewers to chase after a scent. As you are now being carried by Gast in this disgusting sewer environment,
I would not touch it, no.
wearing your head to toe, almost like a hazmat suit you got on.
Yep.
Made of Val's
Old
clothing.
clothing.
Disgusting clothing.
So sorry. We thought it'd be okay to
Disgusting
mess it
for
up.
different reasons than the sewers. Disgusting. Whoa! Sorry, go ahead.
Slushy, when he gets excited, is moving fast, and it's hard for you to keep up.
Boy.
We're not going to go into a chase sequence because it's not that fast, but it's definitely you're going to have to hustle. And you can see that even Gast is moving slower because of all the muck around you, and also carrying you. So it is starting that Gast Slushy is getting very ahead of you. And suddenly he stops and his nose goes up in the air and you see a blinding flash down very far into the sewer. And you hear Slushy go, "What was that?" And he begins to just sort of run fast towards the light.
Slushy!
He doesn't seem to hear you and is just beelining down the sewer.
Just kidding.
Recall him.
What?
Recall
Oh,
him.
Slushy, come back here.
Almost, she says it at that level. KoKo says it at that level and says that. And suddenly you see Slushy in tracks. What? No! And he turns around, but you can see his head sort of looking back. I don't want to go that way. And he finally gets over to you and is like, "What?"
It's like Maple when I pull her lead. She's really mad about it.
Oh, I have a dog. And there might be a reason why Slushy has a voice they have. What?
You know what?
I don't know what, other than you made me come back here and I don't do that to you.
Oop, that's fair. I mean, we can't split. We're only four of us. Sorry, guys. There's only four of us here. We have to go together. You're late.
There's
You have,
so
like,
much
4
going
legs.
on over
Yeah,
there.
we'll
what
get
made
there.
you so excited?
There's a flash of light, and I thought I saw someone I knew.
Who did you think you saw?
Well,
Val?
Val? Oh, well, let's go.
oh, that's what I was saying.
It would make sense if Val would be in the sewer.
Can I go now?
But not quite as fast. You don't know what's outside of that
Slushy
tunnel
turns
right away.
around and just plop.
Fine.
That's a really good pace.
Just a nice walk.
That's a nice
So
one.
and
you're not pulling
That's a
the
good
lead.
boy.
It's clear that
Oh, boy.
he's learning a little bit and learning to listen. And you begin to walk into the sewer. The sewer, again, it's incredibly disgusting down here. It's a mix of humanoid waste, and
You don't
seawater.
have to. You
Right?
don't have to do that.
So there are ledges on the side where sort of water is sort of used to drain, and then there's a wide lip, probably about a foot wide lip. Then the stone encasement that covers the street where the street meets. And so this trough that you're sort of forced to walk through is about waist high. And it's recently filled, clearly.
So what I would like to do...
Yes. Oh,
Is puke.
1 second before that, because there are some things that might change what you want to do. I forgot we have
Just for flavor.
cards. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I'm using shape water to clear a path
Beautiful.
Oh,
through the poop.
But
Great.
does that mean
Just
that the poo
using
is
the-
just like left there and the water goes? You know, you
Yes,
can-
that is quite.
think-
it's
No,
like,
I can
It's only
"Ugh."
like
water, whatever.
You
it
can't
is.
move
like
solids.
20% water.
All right, never mind.
Can you use the water to push the poop?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's
you
what
can
I'm
certainly
doing.
use it to
I'm,
like
I'm
keep it in there.
red
And,
seeing
yeah.
the poop.
and it's just sort of rolling. We're the best show on the internet.
I say-
Magic.
We are the best show on the internet.
Magic.
D&D
so
just
many
makes you have the
questions.
best conversations,
It
right?
does.
It does.
Fireball. Who needs fireball? I got
Real
shape
thinkers.
water.
Shape
We're
poop.
thinkers. We're trainers.
So we have a Force of Shadow, level 5.
Oh, God.
It's called Gonna Lose, Try Ooze. This comes from Jim Whitted. Gonna lose, try ooze. You are all gifted with a glass jar with green ooze and a cream topping. The label reads, are you an adventurer who doesn't have time to lose? Then you need this nutritional green ooze. Consuming this wriggling commodity will give you the effects of an ooze. Need to slip through spaces up to 5 inches wide? Deal. Want to be able to breathe when air is not available? You got that, plus more. Go ahead. It's guaranteed.
That's pretty
delicious.
sick.
Nice.
So just breathing capability and squeezing.
You get
capability.
the abilities of an ooze.
Wait,
Jim,
We get-
Jim
how
waited.
long?
That was an
How
amazing
long?
callback.
So the question is how long? At the very bottom of the jar, there's a little extremely fine print, and it says, this transformation has limits that may impact your life in a life-altering way. This may include, but is not limited to, time, space, dimension, viscosity, mouthfeel, expiration date, taste, ingredients, emotional blowback, color, budget, and friendship. Some individuals in the placebo group in an independent study reported some impossible symptoms. All rights are reserved. Shadow Force Incorporated. Hire me! Hire me!
Wait, do we know how long?
Wait, but
No, it does not tell you
Oh,
how long.
no!
Jim, what did you do?
Jim Whitted.
and
We
so
love
it's
you,
just
buddy.
like
We love
a
you.
one
What?
consumption?
It is a one consumption.
And
Once you
we're
eat
used
it,
for an
That's
indeterminate
it.
amount of time.
correct.
So
Filled with
squeeze,
side effects.
squeeze fast.
We do
and
not
may have
know.
the whole there is you don't know how long it's going to last. There may be some weird side effects.
Shadow Force
That could-
Incorporated.
Shadow Force
So
Incorporated.
one-
Impact friendship?
may impact.
That's the only one I care about.
It's fine print, so you can reread it. It's time, space, dimension, viscosity, mouthfeel, expiration date, taste,
I could have a
ingredients,
different mouthfeel and I could be a different viscosity, but my friendship.
ingredients, emotional blowback, color, budget, and friendship.
I don't even know what money is, so budget
Right.
impacts me.
Yes.
Sorry, this is a technical. Do
Yeah.
oozes regenerate?
Do oozes regenerate?
Yeah.
Depends on the
If-
But
ooze,
does it
but yes,
actually
some of them
turn you
do.
into an ooze, or does it give you the
good
features of an ooze?
in my mind, we look like little Jello versions of
Of
it.
It says on the label,
Yeah.
gives you the effects of an ooze.
And effects of it.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe not a full transformation.
One turn into an ooze
But in
jello.
my mind, Jello.
but I kind
the
of.
Jello
Liquid
version
topping.
of us.
Yeah, like green versions, green see-through versions,
Yeah.
like flubbery versions.
Flubbery
of it.
version.
They just turn you into flubber. That's
Yes,
really what it is.
yes,
Beautiful.
yes.
We have a Force of Light Tier 1, since we have
Nice,
Oh
nice,
my
nice.
gosh.
Love
Yes.
it.
This comes from Tapartos.
Thanks to Bartos.
Friendship bracelet.
Oh.
Suddenly, 5 hemp bracelets make their ways onto your wrists.
Oh, gross.
Da-da-da.
Oh no.
You said hemp.
These
Not how it goes.
bracelets let you find them it lets you find any one of your friends
Oh.
if you get separated.
That's huge.
It has a 300-foot range
That's sick.
and 1d4 uses, which I just rolled as 4 uses. Total, yes.
That's really
Between
good.
all 5
I
bracelets.
love that.
Between all 5? Wait,
Between
so,
all 5.
Oh, so
4
the share.
uses between all 5
Oh,
bracelets.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Good to
Okay.
keep track
Yeah.
then.
And you said 300 yard range.
Yeah, I'm going to give you
300
this card so you can
300
keep
feet.
track.
That's sick. That's really nice to Partos. I like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And super useful, honestly.
300 feet.
For a table that likes to split the party, super
Can I ask a
useful.
logistical
Find my
question?
Yep.
friends at.
Sorry, no, I'm asking a
No,
lot of-
you're the logistical guy.
So,
Oh, he-
Oh,
Alright,
I
dial it
was.
down.
Fight about it.
is it a situation where, like, you activate it once, our compatriot's not within 300 feet, and there goes a use?
Yes.
Got it.
Oh.
So be
So-
careful.
There you go.
Yeah.
Uses are on the back there.
Happy.
And Force of Light Tier 2
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
also
okay.
unlocked. The Cosmic Lord. This is from the Cosmic Lord.
Hey, how are you?
Flask of the Frost Giant.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
You are gifted with a flask of liquid permafrost. You can use your action to either drink it or drink it, coating yourself in ice armor, gaining 10 temporary hit points, or you can throw it at an enemy and deal 20 cold damage.
20 cold.
It doesn't work like Armor of Agathis, though, where if somebody hits you, they get 10 damage.
No.
That's pretty good, though. Anyway, that's pretty good.
Cool. And I assume those temp HP last the fight.
So temp HP
Yes,
lasts
10p will last until
lasts
they're
until-
used.
yeah.
Or long rest.
I miss playing a
Take it
warlock that could cast 5th level Armor of Agathis on myself.
Wow, you get
I
so
know,
broody.
You're a fighter.
I rolled a
pretty cool.
d6. Adam, it finds its way into your pack.
You're so broody.
It's actually really good because I don't think I should be trusted with these cards because I keep losing them.
She has a glass bridge.
I have a glass bridge,
Somewhere.
everyone. I have a
Somewhere.
glass bridge and I have a flower crown.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I interrupted you on your travel through the sewer. Anything else that you wanted to do before
Please.
we can?
I am parting
Parting the waters,
Red
yes.
Sea, the Brown Sea.
Also, keep in mind that while
I hate
it's
it.
parted, while you're parting this sea, saltwater sea, you aren't burdened with the half movement, or in this case, guests. Quarter movement. You can move at full speed,
Nice.
but the smell is still strong, so you still have ability check
Sure.
disadvantages.
Sure.
Gross.
Gross. Disgust.
Oh my god.
I am sorry, Slushy, to have upset you. I just worry that we should stay together as a party. We've already split up, and I know that was upsetting.
That's fine. I know I should probably be closer to help protect KoKo better, rather than just running off and getting excited and wanting to shred something alive before she can see me.
You want
Good
to
boy.
shred
Yeah.
shred Val?
Well, no, not Val. I thought it was something other than Val before I realized it was Val.
Who did you think it was before?
Well, it was a tiefling and it smelled weird. Then now it smells like Val, and it was before. It's getting weirder.
Is the tiefling still up there?
I smell them. I can't see them.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Um.
At the upcoming turn, I'm going to take a left because I think that's where the smell is coming from.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to hose off somehow.
Oh, and I can help a little bit. Well, I have mend,
Yeah.
which would allow me to fix my clothes,
Yes.
but not clean.
No,
my
you need
clothes.
prestidigitation
I need
to do that.
prestidigitation. So here's what I will do. Well, when we get where we're going, I have a plan.
Okay.
So you get to this long hall, end of the long hallway, and sure enough, he stops and he starts sniffing around, and
Okay, this is weird.
What?
What?
Is this?
Now it smells like that blood smell I smelled in the house.
Oh.
Like what Osog smelled like.
Yes. Well, but different. This one is, grosser.
No.
More, like coagulated.
Oh, so it's been here a while.
Yes, it's like rotting. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
It's all over the place.
So remember that through the study that Gas did, it was associated with a form of blood magic. And that's what Bosog smelled like. He smelled like blood magic, which means that you are smelling another person who may have access to blood magic.
It's everywhere.
But that they used to, because they smell.
Yeah.
Or they're older. Because Bosog was brand new.
Oh my goodness.
When you say everywhere, do you mean like...
No, I said
okay.
like it's been on the ceilings and there's multiple scents and
That
there's a lot
can't be
of them.
good.
That could mean there are multiple people here who have the use of blood magic. Or
I
at
feel like
least...
Slushy would have said that it
he said that
smelled
it was
like multiple.
everywhere.
It's everywhere, meaning there's multiple sniffs. Like there's something ran up the wall there, and then there was something that was sort of
multiple
swimming in
sources.
here. And
Well, I would imagine that one thing would not create all of these scents.
Well, you saw Bosog.
Sure.
That was a bloody mess.
So that's because they exploded.
Well, wouldn't exploded get it up onto the?
You think people exploded down here?
I mean,
Can you say that again, please?
wait, what did you ask?
Do you think people exploded down here?
Exploded. It's very simple. He said exploded.
He said exploded.
The best.
I definitely think
Accents are fun.
I definitely think it's possible, isn't it?
I suppose. I also think maybe people are just there's multiple people. I think that is maybe we should hustle to catch up with Val in the group.
Yes.
You'll make perception checks. Remember, you're at a disadvantage because it smells so bad it's hard to see down here. Because
I
the
can
tears in your
I
eyes.
can choose when to use my advantage, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
mean you automatically get one from the dungeon speed run.
Thank you for the dungeon speed run, which means I'm
and,
rolling straight.
What does the
KoKo,
owl
your
mean?
straight roll. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Oh, that
What
was,
else would an owl mean?
That was a bad.
I don't know. I was like, it kind of looks like a zero
Also
or
roll.
something.
You can roll.
Even though it would be
for,
one.
Gas?
Gassed, yeah.
Are they at disadvantage?
No, they are not. They don't
I
have
didn't
tears
think
in
they
their eyes.
would.
Robots.
Yeah, we suck. 4 and 5. Like
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Gas is looking at me and going,
The Ranger.
exploded. I'm like,
As-
exploded. Exploded. Exploded.
You'll get it. No, you'll get it.
No.
We should put rock.
Exploded.
We should put rocks in your mouth, and then
The rain.
we'll
What's
work.
that
We'll work
What's
on
that
it.
KoKo's first answer for everything?
Exploded.
Exploded.
No, that's
Okay,
right. But
that's-
that was right. No, that was it. What it needed to be.
As
Close.
Cristobal gasped and for whatever reason, Slushy is absolutely enamored with this conversation. Just what are they talking about? Back and forth. You notice, you don't hear it, but you see it. Far down the left, you're at a T-junction.
Okay.
He said the send would go to the left. He got to the T-junction and he got confused. But to the left, deeper down that sewer system, you see, if you've ever been in a dark place and there's light, sort of a little bit of light further down and someone crosses across that light, that effect where it looks like somebody crosses from one junction across the junction that you're in into another further down on the left side.
Like the light's there, it goes away, and then it's back.
Right. So like a light, something goes across it.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it.
And it catches your eye, and otherwise you wouldn't have caught it at all.
Cristobal?
Exploded. Yes?
Did you see that?
See what?
Did you see that? It got dark for a second and then it got light.
No, like the
But
light
it moved
faded.
like some type of I don't know, just something. It was. I think somebody just passed over. Is that the end of the? I don't even know if that's the end of the tunnel or if that's just a
It's
place
hard.
in the
You see,
tunnel.
there's a light coming from further down on the left-hand side, way down there, but you can't see the direct source of it. So
Okay.
it's clearly bouncing off of some sort of wall that you
I
can see.
think we should go that way.
Okay. I mean,
Is
that
light
is.
always good?
What?
Is light always good?
No.
Okay. There's just a lot of
Sometimes-
blood and I don't know what to do about it.
Sometimes light is just like medium.
Oh.
I think staying on your guard is the best. Much like when you are walking through a new glade and you are unfamiliar with, you have to stay on your guard. That does not mean you're going to be attacked.
I see. And when you say that, you can see. So, he's a very large wolf.
Oh, he's a big old boy.
And there are like ice, like shards that come out of his back, and as you say he needs to be on guard, you can see they kind of upward a little bit, and he gets even bigger than normal, and he looks very ferocious. He's like that?
That's exactly what I meant.
But we
You
don't
should
know
go first.
But we don't know if we need it yet.
You don't need it?
We might not.
Oh,
It might scare someone.
okay.
Okay, let's go.
So I'm on guard, but not scary.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I begin sort of.
Doing
This is
so
a good
well.
space. This is a good space.
Doing so
This is a
well.
good.
He's
And
so
he begins
good.
to walk forward as you
I
follow
thought you
him.
parted it.
It has to be a continual basis.
Oh, so this is parting, not swimming.
Oh yeah, this is
What
Party.
is it? Material components? Or no,
No,
material
it's a
verbal
cantrip.
Cantrip?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
it's
a cantrip.
Yeah, but what do you need? Somatic, verbal.
Just a moment. I can tell you.
Thank you. While you're looking that up, we've got a glimpse of shadow from Sitar and Mara,
Thank you. Oh, Sitar likes to drop messages.
and a glimpse of shadow from Fairy Fire Melts Steel Beams.
Hey,
That is-
actually,
That is bleak.
I feel like that's a clue.
Quite.
it's a clue. It's a good clue.
Who put that
like,
out
Whoa!
Yes.
It would be okay if
Somatic.
people
So just movements.
changed their
Great.
names and gave us clues that way.
Yeah, it's actually really fun if like
I was saying.
gave us clues.
That's
Because
so
we can't watch
cool.
episodes.
Yeah,
and,
that's
like,
some
change.
deep. That's some deep
yeah,
conspiracy.
That's very clever and yet yikes.
Yikes. So you continue down the sewer. It is hard to focus, even as you're walking forward, and even the fear that you're sort of feeling because you're in the dark and you don't know what's going on, and there's blood smell everywhere. It smells really bad down here. And as you're moving forward, you can see that even Slushy starts to get a little like things are weird.
Oh.
Do you want me to create some light?
I don't know if we should be seen.
Okay, but I can't really see right now.
I mean, I have pretty good dark vision, so
So you can see we are okay?
I can see kind of okay.
Can Gas see?
Gas can see perfectly.
Great, excellent. All right, well, I
Gas
trust you
has
both.
perfect dark vision.
Do you know what?
I'm moving the water.
Yeah,
But doesn't it
He's
feel?
also at a rave.
Yeah.
Sewer ray!
Glow sticks.
I almost like lost my pen cap.
Slushy?
Yeah.
Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Cristobal, do you feel that? It's like the air changed in here,
Yeah.
which is not terrible because it's terrible in here.
Both of you make perception checks
Okay.
again.
Disadvantage?
Yes, but Cristobal, you have an advantage from Sitar.
Oh, thanks,
This is
Sitar.
straight roll for you. KoKo, you're at disadvantage.
Straight roll.
No, I know, but I have
Oh.
Gas as well.
Oh,
Two.
right.
Oh, wait.
Perception, right?
12. Oh, wait. Wait, what were we checking on? I'm sorry.
Perception.
Perception. Excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm so sorry about clearing my throat so much. It's
You're fine.
just
You're
Don't
great.
apologize.
17.
17.
I have a... Cristobal got a 16, Gas got a 10.
Okay. DC was 15. You, at the same time you hear this, you see actively Slushy stops and his ears perk up and he starts sort of listening around. As you cross a cross junction towards that light that you're traveling by, as you cross that cross junction, you can hear.
Oh, hell no.
KoKo draws their.
It does not sound like somebody like a moving through water kind of sound.
Like little
It
tiny
definitely-
feet.
Maybe
It
just
almost
rats.
sounds like something
I don't know,
running
man.
on top of the water.
Oh,
Never mind.
rats don't do that.
KoKo draws their short sword.
Yeah, and you
Maybe
can
rats
see,
here do.
You can see
That's true. We don't know.
even
We don't know.
Slushy's hair starts to his ice shards go back into their sort of combat form, and he gets down and.
Good boy, Slushy. Good boy.
I smell them. They're here.
Cristobal, get behind me.
It's like we're being. I feel like we're being
Hunted?
herded.
Oh, herded.
Oh, dogs would say that.
Toward the light?
Yeah.
Well, then let's go the other way.
And he sort of.
You want to go which way? Left, right?
Well, back to that fork, and then we'll go the other way to the right.
Okay.
Okay, and we
So
start
back to the
backing
T
up.
junction.
Yeah.
Okay. So he goes back to the T junction. Meanwhile, you three, the last time we saw you, we have an invisible Val.
Still invisible.
Who's got a hand on Rilian's shoulder.
Yes.
And we have two visible
Otto's on
Rilian's
shoulders.
on your shoulders. And you dropped into the sewer, and you saw to your left or to your right, there was a grate that looked like that's where the bank was, and it was bars were ripped open.
Yeah.
You eventually heard a sound and turned, and a light flashed, and that's when you saw what looks like a. Let me give you a full description. I gave you a short one as Bertonius, but I'll give you a full description.
Did you tell us in our ear?
I did.
Yeah, you said
I leaned
right.
in and said it's Bertonius.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know.
Yeah.
We know.
He's a thin, dull, silver-scaled dragonborn.
Yeah.
Clearly, the second son of Master Zaldemar Lunaris, brother to Valcorio. His piercing silver eyes are drooping and tired, covered head to toe in wrapped linen cloths of various ages. Some dyed brown by the blood of an old wound. He has a massive scar across his front face. Was not there the last time you saw him. His armor is shredded and falling away. Much of the leather is torn. It is clear he has been living in the sewer. And there have been many battles over a long period of time. He's surrounded by various hooded and similarly clothed individuals. Humans, a halfling, a couple of tieflings. It's a handful of them, about 8 of them. They all appear in similar fashions. It looks like they have been on the run in battles constantly. As he turns and looks at you, he pulls out what looks like a monocle.
Wait.
And he puts it to his eye.
No!
And he turns it.
Oh,
and
that's
click,
different.
click, 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 click.
Ooh.
And immediately,
I turn away from
Valcorio
Rilian, drop it. Drop the invisibility.
takes
I
off the
drop
monocle and
the
he puts it in his
invisibility.
bag.
Well, not so yet.
What? Agreed.
These are my friends.
Yes.
Uh,
We are not safe here. We cannot speak. Keep quiet. There are ghouls in the sewer.
Oh, that's not good for us.
What's a ghoul? I don't know.
We have a safe house.
Okay. Okay.
And they begin to move deeper away from the sewer grate as they were sort of moving in the direction when you found them at first.
Val is studying his face very closely. I think he's almost in a trance following him. I don't even want to roll.
Great, perfect.
I'm just walking. I think seeing the scar on his face and seeing the shape that he's in, it's a lot.
It is. You begin to move further into the sewers. It's interesting to you guys because to them, they've clearly been in this situation long enough that you see them jumping from one foot ledge to the other down the sewer.
You guys are like,
slow moving.
Yeah.
It's slow moving,
Sewer
but they've
parkour.
gotten really good at it. They're very, very quiet.
I'm gonna put a hand on Valcorio's shoulder. Say, you all right?
What, is your brother like a good guy?
Yeah. Yes.
We can trust him?
Yes.
Hey.
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, well, we've got your back, all right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you blessing of the trickster.
Thank you.
I'm gonna just put my hand on your shoulder and just give you nice little pats from above.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was good.
I think Val is following as much speed so they're not dropping behind, but there's 1,000 yards.
Well, I think I'll get behind Val and actually just leave my hand on Val's shoulder as we walk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you continue following them. Are you staying in the water yourself, so wading through it? How are you following?
Can we stealth through the water?
They're not moving very fast themselves, so you know, even though you're slowed, you can still keep up. but you're making noises as you
Okay,
I'd
whatever
like-
we
Oh, okay.
yeah.
this
So,
water.
but they are parkouring through the sewers, right?
Right.
And so we can see them do it, and
Yeah.
we can see where they're stepping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to spring off of
Mhm.
Rilian's shoulders
Great.
and copy their movements.
For you, this is easy. This is like you are
careful.
thief, rogue type.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to do, which means because you are a rogue, you won't even need to make any checks to keep up.
I mean, I've got Blessing of the Trickster, so
Yeah.
I'm happy
That's
with
It
how I
helps.
parkour.
It
Once I
definitely
see what they're doing,
Yeah.
I'm not going to blow our cover.
And
for sure.
you're strong. Your athletics is pretty good, so you can jump back and forth without real problem.
Great. My acrobatics is plus 7. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
that's great.
Surprisingly, your first intuition is like, I can't do this because I'm wearing heavy armor.
Mm-hmm.
But then you realize, again, that your armor is a lot lighter than normal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Shard
not
is
impacting you as it normally does.
Yeah.
Pretty, pretty good.
Is it was it stealth? Because
Stealth or
if we're
athletics
talking
or
about
acrobatics.
strength, let me tell you that
I feel stronger than ever.
Ew.
Face
Rilian is
Uh,
not strong.
acrobatics or stealth, whichever's better for you.
Okay, yes, stealth.
A little bit better.
You also have advantage, Yuri, from Braba.
Oh,
thanks,
Braba.
We've got a burst of light from Kitty Scritches, a burst of light from Angel Devilson,
Aw.
and a glimpse of light from Angel Devilson.
Thank
Double.
you.
It's not good
Oh no.
to start. Okay, I got a 14 stealth.
Okay,
Not terrible.
not terrible at all. There's a couple of scrapes and some splashes as you get yourself up to start the first bit of it, and people sort of stop and
Yeah.
get real hyper aware when that happens.
Yeah.
And a little bit of time goes by when you're sort of waiting for that.
Maybe it's just because
I'll
I'm trying to
drop-
keep up.
I'll drop
with,
back and help you as
I'm trying
much
to
as I
keep
can.
up with Val.
But once
too,
you
and-
get up there, once you
Yeah.
get out of the water, it's easier for you to keep up that way with your check.
Yeah.
this is not how I usually move around.
What's interesting is they seem to be able to communicate without speaking at all. And you're not sure that many of them can even see in the dark. So it's interesting that they're able to keep up back and forth while you're in the sewer.
This is
They-
cave stuff. This is caves.
Hashtag cave stuff.
They get to the edge, to the end of this particular section of the sewer, and it is also a T section that goes left or right. And it is Bretonius who gets there first. And with a casual, like, this is just my Wednesday stroll, he stops at the edge of one of the, they're only about a foot wide, and that edge sort of comes to a point where the T is. And he stops at that edge and he sort of looks down the hallway and back around the other way. And he motions for the group to go to the right. And he leads the way by bounding down that way. And it continues this way for a little bit. At one point, one of the 8 other individuals that are with Bretonius slips and falls into the sewer, makes a very large noise. He gets up, and then Bretonius, jumping in the water at the same time as this man is making noise,
Oh, no, he got
grabs him and
submerged?
puts his hand over his mouth.
I'm gonna say he breaks his neck.
He goes, "Don't you slip." Sleep.
Okay, but submerged in the sewer water?
Well, he fell in.
He fell in. He accidentally slipped. I know. It's messed up. It's messed up.
And as
Just
Bretonius
kill
is
him.
in the water and holding his hand over his mouth, everyone stops. And it gets very silent. All you can hear is the water lapping up against the sides of the sewer system. And you hear,
Some Last of Us stuff.
Oh my god.
No, Ronald.
Oh no.
and you hear water begin to move. And Bretonius he shakes his head, and
I
you
would
see
say I
him
start
close his
drawing my
eyes.
sword.
You see him close his eyes, and when you draw his sword, and he closes his eyes, and you can see the man he's holding is shivering. the sounds stop. Further in the distance, you two hear coming from the right section that you were traveling towards.
Don't move. Don't move.
What is that?
I don't know, but don't move.
You all hear a response in the distance.
No.
Not good.
No.
Is that some sort of animal?
I think it might be what we were hearing skittering on the water.
You know more about animals than I know about animals. Is there some sort of animal that does this?
No.
Would I know?
Oh yeah, you can definitely roll on that one.
Creepy, terrifying animal
What is
check.
this?
Creepy, terrifying animal
those
check.
weird little
KoKo,
spiders
you're
that comes out
at
of the water.
disadvantage because it smells so bad in here.
Okay.
But it's an nature check.
Oh boy, guys, rough.
No.
I
6.
I think I know the answer to this.
Okay.
Was there ever any reports of ghouls in sewers when I was here that I would have heard of?
No.
I doubt it. Okay.
Because maybe you wouldn't have been like, let's go in the sewer.
Hey, you know what's
Yeah,
there?
he
Oh,
has.
you know, Lunarum.
Chock full of ghouls.
We got a burst of
Chock
light.
full of ghouls.
That's
Chock
all.
full of ghouls.
That's our town motto.
Chock full of
It's on the
ghouls.
arch when you
full of
walk in.
ghouls.
Welcome to Lunarum.
Chock full of ghouls.
Come on in.
They sell, they sell a weird candy bar. We have a burst of light from Daria, not Daria. There's no natural animal. Bats do that. Bats echo things like that, but that don't sound no
And they
bat
go,
like no bat to
"Ooh."
you.
Okay, so it's possible that I don't know what that is, Cristobal. Slashy, do you know what that is? What does it smell like?
Blood.
Do you want me to make a light?
No. My instinct is telling me don't do that. No. But also, we need to see what that is.
Right.
It sounds kind of far away. Don't even look.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
The kind of light is going to be right.
But I don't think we should keep backing up. Let's slowly, very slowly move forward toward the light.
Yes,
the
you
light
move
on the left.
very slowly forward.
Quietly.
Okay, so you can
Do you want-
move, and
Should we do a stealth
you can try to stealth here, but
Okay.
you're wading through.
And we're talking.
You're still like he can. One of you is going to be in the water because he's got to be on gas to move it out of the way, but then it flows back in. So there's one of you who's it's usually gassed who's in the water because you moving it away. But you can certainly try to stealth here. It's going to be a disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We're fine.
We're fine. We're so
good.
I'm sweating. My upper lip drenched.
Do you want me to make a light or do you not want? I will make a light. I think.
I don't.
Look, animals are afraid of fire, right? I could make a fire.
Is it firelight that you're making?
I could. I have a lamp and some oil, and I have.
Whisper, Cristobal.
I'm being as quiet as I know how to be.
Wait, what'd you roll?
What? And roll stealth.
You didn't roll?
No,
No, he's not really stealth, so he's just talking. And you hear it again. And for you,
Actually, do we-
time is still no. You don't hear any of this
Okay.
at all yet.
I don't know how
But
to-
time, Bretonius is still his eyes closed. The man that he's got in his hands
I'm
shaking.
like clutching your shoulder, like.
Here's what Cristobal knows. Cristobal knows that he's in a sewer
Yeah.
where rats
Yeah.
and things like that exist.
Yeah.
He's on a
Scared of
giant, animatronic
Yeah.
creature. He's got KoKo Beware over here.
Totally.
I mean, anyone gets that? KoKo Beware.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Sean got it.
The
Sean
wrestling
got it.
fan in back is clapping.
Wait, what?
It's okay. We'll get there.
Later. But it feels
So that's why he's just like, I don't want to see a rat. That's gross.
Well, I wish your prey instinct was more.
It's not. It never has been. It never has been.
Okay. We have to make
It's
a
at a
we
negative
have to
2
make-
for prey instinct.
We have to make a plan.
Okay.
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 So part of me thinks
Yes.
maybe
How
far away is that?
that sounded closer. Definitely
Behind
sounded
us.
closer. No, in front of you.
Kind of sounds like when Slay is aggravated.
You
they'll
heard
make
that.
no-
It sounded very far and echoey in the sewer.
Oh my god.
Okay.
as you're standing there, Bretonius, suddenly there's a large. You're at the T-juncture. He jumped into the water.
Yeah.
You can't see. You're still far back, so you can't see around the corners. But suddenly something across the side, moving very quickly and disturbing the water in such a way that it sort of rocks up.
like-
In front of you, and it rocks up against Bretonius and the man who are in the
But it's
sewer.
leaving it?
see-
It's leaving?
You couldn't see exactly
sort of
what it was.
features?
It was
No.
it large
Large and
enough,
fast.
large and fast,
And not
moving through
caring
the
if
water.
it was seen.
Wait, is
Not
it
a good
moving
sign.
toward us?
You, this is just
That's
for
wherever
them.
Oh,
that
okay,
is.
okay.
Just for me.
I just sort of pictured them being here and us being right here.
Well, that is. I mean, you're in the sewers, but
Yeah.
it's not like
Sounds
they're
like-
there
I
and you're
think
here and you're just not
I
hearing
think you're
each
a little
other.
further
You're a
Yeah,
little
we're
further
because we
away.
can't hear you talking
Yeah.
or
Okay.
anything like that.
Right.
And we're standing in silence.
You hear the ripping of flesh, a snap of a sinew as it smacks something in its face.
Oh, they hear that. Sorry.
A question for the GM.
Yeah.
Hey, so as someone who was raised in caves and underground life, do these sound familiar to me? Because a lot of stuff goes down in caves. There's lots of bad stuff that happens.
Do with ghoulies?
Do ghoulies? I don't know. Bad stuff happens. Can I roll a history?
You can roll Arcana if you'd like.
I would love.
Since you read a lot of random books that Uncle Jeff
I
had.
did. I went through all of his books. I started with the easy ones.
Octavius, you have disadvantage because of the smell,
Okay.
but you have advantage from Servo 1991.
Hey,
so that's a
Servo.
straight roll.
Servo.
All right. Frog dice. Here we go. That's mid. 8
Somebody
plus 6.
is banging on a door outside, so.
Everybody.
apologies.
if you see me
8 plus
just-
6.
14.
14.
14. I don't do my
You've
own math.
definitely heard that in dark places, evil and gross things like to live.
Yeah.
You never ran into any of those in the cave that you lived in. You always just sort of put that as, you lived a happy life.
Yeah, my
But
life
you
is
definitely
pretty
read a
good.
bunch of stories where undead love places that are filled with dead things and, muck and mire.
All right.
Usually swamps.
Oh. It's like that owl in play. Swamp Thing. There's a guy,
Yep.
a big one, who lives in the caves,
Swamp for
the swamps. Really?
You want me to
think
rip
Serena's
knowing
seen Swamp
movies?
Thing. I don't think Serena's seen Swamp Thing
good
yet.
night. I don't think so.
No, I
yeah.
figured that's what it is, right?
Yeah, like a green thing.
It could be green. It was a book. There was no pictures.
There's a book.
There's
Like
barely any
like a
description.
fairy tale.
Kind of, but
About a guy.
Is that what that is? Yeah. Okay. Maybe tell me later.
And then it happens. Lots of running. Lots of movement all around you. Bretonius still just standing stoically in the middle of the water, and you hear it coming from all over places. Then you see it on the ceiling. Emaciated, dripping,
Oh no.
hanging with green seaweed-like algae.
see? I told you! I'm sorry.
Don't like it.
Creatures. This one stops and looks down at you, and as it looks down, it's as if someone has scooped out the skull and skin around their eyeballs.
When you say you,
retains. What I mean is you three.
oh, cool.
Okay.
On the ceiling above Bretonius, looking upward, this creature, again, its eyeballs intact, look human almost. Whites
That's
with
worse.
pupils and the whole retinue, but everything around it to its temples has been scooped out.
Oh, God.
You can see a brain stem.
Uh,
And that sound that you hear seems to be coming from the back of its throat and echoing out this cavity around its eyes, vibrating its eyes as it looks at you. Antonius just looks at it, still holding the man who's shaking in his hands. And as the creature cracks its neck and looks harder, the man passes out in his arms, and he kept Bretonius, being clearly very strong, holds on to him. And the creature in the distance close to you, in the distance you hear, and something you hear very close to you. The creature above Bretonius cracks its neck, skitters a bit, and then begins to run away down towards the sound you just heard in the distance.
Oh no.
Which is closer to us?
You don't hear anything running towards you.
We don't know that.
But you did hear that return, and that seemed to be very close. As that thing skitters away, Bretonius slightly starts sort of slapping on the man's face in his hands.
We would have no reason to think that they're 300 feet.
No, we don't have a reason to think that. You're right.
Are you continuing to move? Have you stopped? What are you doing?
We've stopped.
Yeah, at this point you stopped, yeah.
We're so close so far.
I think at this point, Cristobal, knowing that the reason they came down into the sewer was to find Val and the crew, I think I would use my friendship bracelet to try and locate. So what Cristobal?
You are looking for, and you smell.
We came to look for you. Yeah.
Actually,
so,
that makes more sense.
There it is.
There
it is.
I don't know what Val and his family did to his sewers to have them inhabited with things like this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to, it's almost, I pull my sleeve down. Oh, what is? Oh my, this is so gauche. Does anyone know what Val is? And I'm just gonna rub like one of. I assume there's those little plastic beads on them that you put on, and like.
So everyone, all at the same time. Bing, 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 bing.
What? Really?
Makes a sound.
It doesn't make a sound.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving that for visual people who are listening. No sound making.
That's one.
Stop it! I don't want this friendship.
Turning off your alarm.
Sorry. We just got them.
You totally know that KoKo is right there. And you also know that about 200 feet through that wall, you can sense there are 3 others. And you know they're Val, Otto, and I almost said Josephine, Rilian, Yuri.
Surprise, it's me. I'm in the game now.
There's a 6th ping.
There's what?
There's a 6th ping.
Oh, another friend.
There's a 6th ping, and it's on the opposite direction through a wall. What looks like a flat surface.
Only he heard
there,
them?
you all can, all of you can sense that there's some. You know, again. So they are about 200 feet in one direction. The 6th ping is 250 feet in the other direction, opposite of you. So if you are in a big 500 or 300 foot circle, at the edges of the circle, with you in the center, which means you 3 can't sense the 6th one on the other wall because you're too far.
Oh, is it
But when
two
he
way?
activates
It's two-way.
it, we all activate
also
it.
feel
Yes,
it?
but when he activates it, anybody within 300 feet that has the bracelet, that activates.
Oh, so
I'm going to say, whisper to Gast. Gast, can you mark that rough location where? Oh, she can't sense it, can she?
She can't sense it, no.
Slushy probably can.
Why? He does not
What
know
are you
where
talking about?
I mean, we can sense it because we have the bracelets on.
Oh,
I'm going to
true.
say to Gast, I'm going to try and estimate the best I can using like, I guess it would be like nature, right? Because what I'm trying to do is like figure out the direction it's in so that Gast can like mark it so that later we can check that out.
Gast says, do you want me to map the tunnels?
Can you do that quietly?
No.
Okay, then not right now. No.
I could use the creature's echoes, if you'd like.
Like sonar?
Like you're going to imitate them?
Yes.
It may call them to us. Whatever.
No, I think they're talking about finding prey.
Could not be.
Could you tell them that the prey is far away? But if you said it that way, then that sixth ping, you heard that, right?
Yeah.
I certainly could
But
attempt.
that sixth ping, we don't.
She seems confused.
I don't think
keep
we
counting.
should. I don't think we should make our presence known.
Okay.
I'm going to try and clock what direction that is roughly in the
Okay.
sewer.
Sure.
But I think I'm going to say we should head towards Val and the group.
Okay, but I mean, I think a lot of those animals are like, whatever they are, those things, are kind of on the way. So what are we gonna do? Because if we move, I think they're hearing the movements. They're like feeling it.
Yes.
Should we get out of the water?
Like, try to work our way up the.
Well, I could just free the patch of ice. We could stand on top of the poop water.
That's true. That's true. Okay, can you do it quietly?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
So he begins to move his hands, and it sort of gets. It's like it's what, 5 feet, 10 feet wide.
10 feet
10
now.
feet wide.
So I can
So
do
at 10, like a 4x4 square cube, 10 foot wide, just like a big poop icicle, just forms, and he hops up on top of it, and so does Gast. And Gast, as you are on this ice, and as KoKo is starting to get on it, Gast looks at you and says, I'm sure that I can lead them away.
Did you say lead them away?
Yes.
No, you are with us. That was
No,
what
I
you...
mean, I could send them a different direction.
Oh,
I think we should try it.
okay, but... Okay, so we know there's our people over here.
Oh,
Our people over here.
No.
Mystery person this way.
Yeah.
Can we send them that way?
Yeah, Gast seems to think that they've sort of clicked in on what they're...
I trust you, Gast. Yes, I believe. Please, do this. Save us.
You are going to get an advantage on this check, but roll for Gast. And it's a wisdom, nature, any wisdom checks that they have that they are skilled in.
Well...
Performance.
No, they have, what do they have? Saving throws, conditions, damage immunity, senses, vigilance. I'm not seeing any, like, yeah.
So
advantage,
just wisdom check.
So wisdom
Advantage.
check at advantage. Did they use my wisdom?
Theirs.
So their wisdom.
Intelligence, apologies, no wisdom, intelligence.
Okay, so
Pattern recognition.
I'm seeing 17.
Great. Standing on that icicle, it's kind of disconcerting, or it feels weird when you feel them. Two flaps sort of open from the sides of their chests, and they mimic the noise, and it sounds an exact replica of. And you hear it echo down the hallway, and you hear a response, and then movement. You hear that same patter on ice, and as Gast is repeating these sounds, you even see one of those creatures on the ceiling running fast.
What?
Again, its eyes stems into the brain, scooped out, and you hear it, and it's echoing out of that skull.
Please, we're so tired.
But
We're
it
scooped.
completely ignores you and runs across the ceiling, down the way and out of sight. Gast waits a moment. You all hear these echoes as well, but Bertonius sort of, when he hears one of them, he seems confused for a second.
Also, we know.
I was
that
going to
our
say,
friends
I'm
are
going to
over
try to
there.
make eye contact with Bertonius and go, like, as best I can, like, right over there.
He looks, studies you, and nods, and the man in his hands sort of, and he again covers him. And when the man stops, looks at Bertonius, Bertonius seems to give him a look of, "Are you good?" And the man slowly nods, and he lets him go, and they climb back up on the edge. By this time, Gast's opened parts of the chest close, and you could tell they were using that as an echoing device, sort of moving the sound within themselves and then releasing it. Closes, and they say,
should be fine to move now.
What were those things? Nature is
I don't know.
disgusting.
Let's go find our friends.
It's really good.
Yes.
Cristobal's motto.
Yeah, teachers.
Yes. Sorry. Question, semantics-wise. Is our friendship bracelet still pinging?
I mean, they are. You know they're in that direction, and you get a feeling that it's gonna. You can still sense that.
Are you thinking?
So it's one of those where one use means you can get to each other, and then it dissipates.
Are you thinking that we move in the direction we were going toward that light, and then we ping again so that they know where we are? Maybe they'll come toward us?
Well, I assume they're going to come towards us, but I'm curious what that is over there, and I'm gesturing towards the 6th ping.
Bretonius gets up and he looks at you and seems to indicate, "Are you ready to move?" And then looks.
I want to go in the direction.
Yeah, we
of
point
where they are.
towards
Okay,
where we feel.
He sort of motions for one of you to lead the way, and he waits.
I'll go first.
Okay. So you begin to move your way that way.
Yeah.
And we can sense them coming towards
Yeah,
us.
I mean, you can definitely sense that those friendship bracelets are getting closer.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's definitely, if you stay here, they seem to be moving in your direction.
Great.
Let's just stay on this poop floor.
Yes, poop bicycle.
As you pass, and
Poop
you
glacier.
two,
Poop glacier.
and as you two move to follow, you see Bretonius stays back for a second and gives some hand signals to 3 of the individuals, and they bound off in different directions.
Okay. So now there's 5 of them
And now
with
there's
us.
5 of them. Yep.
Amazing.
So 5 plus Bretonius.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear them I can feel them getting closer. This is
Yes,
good.
yes, that's right. Yes. So I know all about this city. Ghouls in the sewers. What with the magical defenses around the city?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
There clearly aren't any in the sewers.
Oh, okay.
Is what it comes to you.
like it.
Ghouls in the sewers were things that people in this city told their children.
Right, like alligators in
Right,
New York. Yeah.
right.
It's my favorite punk band, Ghouls in the Sewers.
Ghouls in the
Sewers.
sewers. What do I know about ghouls?
That's an Arcana check
Yep.
for you. Cristobal, you are a straight roll because you have advantage from angel devils.
Wait,
Thank
and
you,
know,
Angel
you know that it's
Devilson.
a ghoul because of the one that was above us?
Yes, because I
Okay.
saw it.
Okay. And does KoKo know what that was?
Yeah, I mean, you know what a ghoul is.
Okay.
You've definitely run into them in the Feywild plenty of times.
Does KoKo know how to defeat a ghoul?
That would be
Adam.
that would be your nature check that you got earlier.
I got an 11.
11. Luckily, ghouls are things. It's a little easier when you're using Arcana than nature.
Oh, good.
Because those who are intelligent can understand what necromancy is. If you're a person of nature, that's a no-no. We just kill them things. We make them things go away.
Makes sense.
You know that they like to eat flesh. That's pretty much what you recall.
Cool.
Normal ghouls don't look like that, but definitely moved like a ghoul. And if they were hunting like they were, that would be a similar way that ghouls go about hunting, of like communicating to one another and hunting things down in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about all that you recall.
Okay. Those are ghouls.
Right.
I don't know why they're here in the sewers.
Okay. They looked strange, right?
Yes, they looked unusual, to say the least. Far more fierce and augmented than I am accustomed to dealing with, or that I have read about in books, as I have never seen a ghoul in real life.
As soon as you three, Otto, Val, and Yuri or Rilian are moving, you start hearing what sounds like whispers, sort of in the distance, and you clearly know that that's them as you get closer.
Cristobal.
He's not even trying to keep his voice down.
What?
Cristobal, you have to be quiet.
I am.
No.
Cristobal,
And then you turn a corner, and sure enough, you see them standing on what looks like a frozen solid portion of the sewer water.
And we celebrate still and quiet.
You also see a ghast, and you see, because they can't fit on the glacier of poo, they're still in the sort of water,
Oh.
That's so
sort of
gross.
up to the neck, and it's clearly slushy.
I'll turn to Bretonius.
And he points back the way that you came from.
Oh, but now that they're within
Yes.
300 feet.
Now that you're within 300 feet, you can sense as you get closer to them that just outside of the range, there's a 6th ping through a wall.
And the way that they could tell, we could tell whose they were before. We can't tell whose this is.
Yeah,
or
it doesn't. Yeah, it's just that there is somebody there.
Is there a 6th Stormborn that
Saint?
I don't remember?
Saint.
Oh my gosh.
Remember Saint?
Saint,
Or Ursula?
I don't know who Ursula is.
There's no way Saint is here.
Saint's so busy.
Okay.
Hang on. Bretonius, do you know where we are right now?
Oh my gosh, you look like Val.
He does look like a slightly younger, but definitely tired.
Oh God,
You
look
look
more
like a
tired,
younger
yeah.
version of Val.
But you look
like
terrible.
a
And
younger,
he-
hotter version of Val.
Yeah, okay. Everyone, this is my brother Bretonius.
Hey, Britannia.
He points back the way you came and indicates that there is. He does the motion for safe. And
Bank is that way.
Coconut.
Safety.
Cave stuff. Come on.
This doesn't mean pina colada. This
And I'm
doesn't
pointing
mean
in the direction of the 6th
Safety.
thing. What is that
It's
way?
washing the dishes.
he indicates tree.
Wait, what was your question?
What's
I
that?
point in the direction of the 6th ping, asking what is that direction?
He says tree.
What tree?
I like trees.
Would I know what he meant?
Circle. He says circle.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
It's like,
Wait,
We
it
need
might
to-
be a portal.
We need to actually have a conversation.
Yeah. He like ready
Yeah.
to move.
Okay. So sorry.
yeah.
So in theory, that thing's gonna stay hot until we find it.
Yes, as far
Great.
as you understand.
Unless,
Yes.
Cool.
yeah, unless we leave the 300.
Well, we leave the
feet.
300. We still come. Oh, I see what you're saying.
No, we have to
Feeling
stay
a
within
chic.
300.
Alright.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, just sort of mark it down.
Yeah. Is there any way we can kind of
we
like try
move
and figure out
towards-
in the sewers?
It's clear that Bretonius knows. Where
Okay,
you're
great.
at.
Okay, great.
So he begins to move back the way he came. There are no more of those creepy, ghoulish sounds that you can hear anymore. They seem to be gone further down, away from where you were before. And as you move through the sewer, things are. It's slow and steady, but it's slow, but it's steady. So you're moving fairly well. There aren't any more falling in the water. Everyone seems to have been sharpened by the situation they were just in.
We're getting the hang of this.
At about an hour or two goes by.
Wow.
You're able to
Whoa.
We're in
get
here
to
for a
the-
long time.
Yeah, you
Just
get
silent
to.
trudging.
Everybody
through.
can make nature survival checks if they'd like.
Sure.
Since they've been in the city.
But there's a
let's see.
disadvantage, right?
We've got everyone at a disadvantage except for Otto. Otto, you're a straight roll thanks to Braba.
Thank you, Braba.
Val, you're at a straight roll thanks to Angel Devilson.
Thanks, Angel.
Yuri Advalar, you're a straight roll because of the Black Kakari.
Thank you.
And
what are we rolling?
yeah.
Survival?
I'm too distracted. I'm too distracted about Bretonius. I
Both
got it.
Adam and I rolled
Oh
a nat 20,
my
but then
God.
our second die.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
7. Oh, I'm gonna roll for yes.
8.
My die went through
Yeah.
such a journey of just like it really teetered
Love
at the
those.
end and then went to nat
And
one.
it was like, just
Oh,
Oh.
3.
18.
Thank God.
The cave.
Should I roll for slushy?
I'm rolling for Slushy.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, great.
It's only Otto. Otto, you're very clearly underneath what would be around the center of the city. So you're in the Cosmoleg
I was going to say center of Lunarum or center of Tri-Cities?
center of the Tri-Cities,
Oh, wow,
which would
okay.
put. So you've got. Sorry, I didn't log in before. Here it is. My DM help here.
As we're trying to move, we tried to get to Celessa to see if they were all right after the meteor destroyed the tower, and they tried to arrest me on sight.
Well, what do you expect?
I don't know. I thought maybe they'd have a little more chill.
No, your cousin is in charge and he hates you. Or no, not your cousin.
Strix's cousin.
Strix's cousin's in charge and he hates you.
Yeah.
You guys, we're in the middle of the city. Just continue. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that.
We're in the middle of the city?
Yeah, the middle of the Tri-City.
We think we found the bank.
What bank?
The crescent vault.
So you knew they were in the middle of the city when you first left. When you found them, that's where, and that pinning through the wall. That's the middle of the city.
Oh.
So as you move about an hour or two later, you realize you're moving towards Celessa.
Okay, and we lose that, or were we moving away from
Yeah,
that
if you
thing?
move away from it, it drops. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Antonius.
And after about 2 hours, he motions for you to. There's a wall that seems to end in this section, and he gets up to it and he motions for you to move forward.
Into the wall?
That's what he seems to.
Yeah, no, I trust this man with my life. I go to that wall. I don't know what's gonna happen.
As you get close to the wall, he puts his hand on the wall and it sort of starts to wobble a bit.
Sick.
He motions for you to get.
Wobbly walls.
As you move through the wall, it's a strange sensation. It's not like an illusion. It's not just you pass through it. It's as if it's like putty. You put your hand with putty, and you're enveloped by this, almost like
Ooze?
what you would imagine being inside of an ooze would feel like.
Good.
And you pass through it, and you out the other side.
Did it keep our stink?
Oh, that'd be so nice.
And Bretonius looks back.
It launders you as you walk.
Yeah, it's like washes.
It's a bag. Or whatever in there.
Otto passes through it, and Bretonius motions. A couple of his guys go through.
I let everybody else go first. Go.
Okay.
I'm hanging last.
It's again that same thing where it feels like you're pushing through almost marshmallow, and then you come out the other side. And sure enough, on the other side, there is no smell.
We've left Val's clothes behind.
But any parts that were covered in the smell is gone, but all of the dirt is still there. So it cleans you of the scent, but you still maintain the dirtiness of the clothes.
Oh yeah, we're not wearing our fancy clothes anymore. Are
We put them
No,
away.
we put them away so they can be laundered.
I wait.
Is it light in here?
Oh yeah, it's so as you enter this room, it seems like there's a one of those large wheeled doors, and it's currently closed. You can see sort of a light coming from the hatch beyond it. Yeah, like a hatch.
I would like to wait for Breton, like as we're going through the wall, if Bretonius is letting everyone through, I will wait for everyone to go through till it's just me and him.
Okay. And then he motions for you to enter.
And I'll give him a hug.
And he at first he stiffens slightly as you put your arms around him, but you feel him give in and hug you back. That same look of tiredness in his eyes lightens for just a second before, as you leave the hug, it returns.
I'm sorry.
And he motions for you again to go into the wall. And soon, after a brief pause, Valcorio enters, and then Bretonius enters, and the wall solidifies after Bretonius gets in. Immediately, he starts to unwrap, and you can see that they've all done this before. They got little what look like boxes or baskets is the word I'm looking for. Baskets in corners where they unwrap themselves and they put their things in this basket. Underneath the wrapped linens is simplified clothing. If you think like the equivalent of sweatpants and sweatpants and athletic clothes. It's very much,
Lululemon. Yeah.
All in Lululemon.
It's not well-made stuff. It is clearly sort of lower-end, middle-class type of clothing in this region. But it looks real comfortable.
Wait, didn't we grab some clothes from a store?
We did,
Why did
and that's
we do
what
that?
we were wearing.
Yeah, and it was just like random, like not fat.
I think we were
right?
trying
like
to
sweatpants.
Sweatpants.
type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everything happened and stores were
And then
Are
I
we
was
trying
wanted,
to change our
and we-
look?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
No, it's because everything was smelling
Fancy
like.
And it
clothes are
stank
okay though.
because we were in the sewer.
What did the sewer do to your clothing? It stripped it of its color, of its fabric, all of it.
No,
No, we
they're in the
still have
bag.
it.
I mean, it's pretty comfortable.
Oh, we can talk in here, right?
Britonia seems to be talking with his men, and you see one or two of them are they're sort of whispering back and forth. And it's clear that Britonius gives one of them a command because one of them goes over to the hatch and begins to.
You saw the meteor. Are you all right?
Yeah, you guys all right?
Oh my god,
And-
it's so good to see you.
Like checking your ears, like.
Yes,
You
yes,
all
we,
right?
we returned to Val's estate following the meteor, and Lucky provided us with some moon wine, which settled our nerves and
Oh,
restored
that
our
sounds-
constitution.
It was horrible. The meteor hit and the building shook, and so many people were dying.
This must be the Fetidborn, yes?
I don't know.
What do you mean? What else would be causing this much destruction?
Well, because something else happened.
What?
When the meteor dropped, the storm was lifted. The islands, there's no barrier anymore. Britonius, did you know that?
When you look to Britonius, he's closing the hatch and locking it shut, and you realize that the rest of the men have gone inside. And he turns to you and he says, "Prove to me that you're Valcorio."
Oh my god.
What was your first pet's name?
Oh my god, it was the street you were living on when you were a child.
Yeah, first elementary school.
First concert.
Tony, we made your first sled when you were 6 years old.
It doesn't see, it's the stoicism that he's still sort of staring at you. Try again. There was one thing you said to me the day you left.
Huh?
I don't know.
Concerned mother. Do you not remember?
Oh my god, it's like the worst capacha.
There are things that are different here. Time. And this is just Morgan. I don't,
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know what he's talking about.
Absolutely.
You know, memory's a weird thing.
It's not just memory. I remember that day very clearly, and I left without saying anything to him.
It's you. It's really you.
Tricky.
The answer was nothing.
I left you. I left Fizzy.
You said nothing.
I said nothing.
Why did you say nothing?
I couldn't know.
You couldn't.
All I knew was that I was no good to anyone. I was wrong. I see that now. And I'm sorry.
I'm just glad you're not dead. As they told me you were.
Yeah.
Sorry, who told you he was dead?
Also, you're a cat?
I came back. The storm took me away.
Yes, those were the reports that we had been told, that some magic had swept you and your...
But I'm wanting to say more, and I'm staring hard at Cristobal. I was taken somewhere else. By someone else.
And that is where we go to intermission.
Oh my god!
Stick around, y'all. We are about to have a bunch of conversations. Y'all, that was a lot of fun.
That was scary.
Creepy sewer.
Cool fun.
I
You're fully A+. So scary.
Thank you.
horrifying.
We were spooked.
That
We
was-
were
I made your upper lip sweat.
I did. It's a little warm in here.
DM achievement
But-
unlocked.
I mean,
Terrified.
also the source of a force card, eventually, I'm sure.
Don't do that.
Hey, everyone, please no.
Please.
Maybe that's how we get
Maybe we
water.
don't do that. No, please don't do that to me.
No.
That's what my body does
But
when
what
I'm
if it's
stressed.
really good? What if it's really good? Like all of a sudden your upper
don't
lips
want
in this
this.
character start to sweat a little bit, and it's like
I don't want this.
it's just like
No, you keep talking, and I don't want it more. I want it less.
Fair enough. We'll be back in 15 minutes to get to Bretonius and Valcorio's reunited, and it feels so good.
Bad. Feels bad.
Or bad. So we'll be back in 15 minutes, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
You fools! You'll never defeat me. Now face the wrath.
Why is he so hot? What?
I think it's just that epic miniature. It's really doing a lot for me, too.
Yeah, maybe. But he's also kinda...
Silence! As I was saying, face the wrath of my metal army, crafted here in my Eldritch Foundry.
Dude, where'd you get all these minis?
I'm subscribed to Eldritch Foundry's Eldritch Unlimited with unlimited STL downloads. Now, can we get back to
Eldritch Foundry's amazing! I never thought I'd have the perfect mini for my demon-born, half-elemental, catfolk, warlock, bard multi-class with a bunny wizard familiar, but here she is. Thank you so much for printing her.
Yeah. Sure, Jen. No problem.
Now face my wrath.
You fools! You'll never defeat me. Now face the wrath.
Why is he so hot?
What?
I think it's just that epic miniature. It's really doing a lot for me, too.
Yeah, maybe. But he's also kinda...
Silence! As I was saying, face the wrath of my metal army, crafted here in my eldritch foundry.
Dude, where'd you get all these minis?
I'm subscribed to Eldritch Foundry's Eldritch Unlimited with unlimited STL downloads. Now, can we get back to...
Eldritch Foundry's amazing! I never thought I'd have the perfect mini for my demon-born, half-elemental, catfolk, warlock, bard multiclass with a bunny wizard familiar, but here she is. Thank you so much for printing her.
Yeah. Sure, Jen. No problem.
Now face my wrath.
All right, we're back. That was a nice little break, huh? After all that stress in the first half of the episode.
Oh no, I forgot candy.
Oh, that's so sad. Share popcorn with Josephine. We're back. We're gonna get right back into it. When we last left off, we had arrived at the safe house that Bretonius took the party to. There was a brief. Oh, that's an interesting sound. A brief. Just tea.
Don't
I got
pay
distracted.
attention to this.
I got
No one
distracted.
sees
I got
it.
distracted.
Tea technique.
Everyone,
Nothing
relax.
is happening.
Nothing is happening. Everything's normal.
Oh my God.
Now, come on here.
You guys, Sean, everyone.
Sean
Sean.
saved.
Best in the biz, baby.
Best in the biz.
Your cauldron of candy.
Oh,
Anyway. I'm
Bretonius
crying
had
over
just tested whether Valcorio was who they really said they were, and it was clearly a trick because the question was asked, what was the last thing that you said to me? It was about Mother, and Valcorio had no clue what he was talking about and said the words out loud, which is, I didn't say anything, and that is the truth. We return to that same situation. You guys are still in that outer room. There's a solid wall on one side that you sort of pushed your way through magically, and then there's the hatch. The hatch is still closed. You also realize that Bretonius seemed to have some sort of dagger hidden and was slowly reaching for it when the answer came, and he
thought he could take
relaxed.
He thought he could take all of us.
Yikes.
Oh wait, on top of game, he's a rogue and I love him.
We know.
I love him.
He pounds 3 times on the hatch. The hatch metal bar begins to rotate from clearly inside, and the hatch opens, and sure enough, you can see the 5, and there seem to be a few more inside, but the 5 that had followed him in all seem to be waiting right there at the hatch, and they too clearly had weapons ready.
What kind of... So...
Wow.
And Bretonius just walks in.
What is the chamber inside?
As you enter, it seems...
It's a mid-century modern living
Oh!
The furniture's nice.
Not far off.
Oh, okay.
It's
rugs.
very well made, but it's very clear. It's pretty clear to all of you almost immediately that this is some sort of like safety bunker. That someone had built a safety bunker.
Cave.
There's a fireplace. There seems to be sort of like a living room, and there's a fireplace and 2 large chairs with a nice couch. There's clearly a kitchen where you see someone actually sort of looks like chopping some carrots and they stop as you enter and you come in. It's a kobold sort of on top of the kitchen counter, like laying down and chopping carrots.
Laying down.
Oh
my God.
Bretonius comes in and you can see he sees Bretonius and he hops off the counter and sort of now trying to chop them from behind the counter.
That's great. Love them.
It's very Burt Reynolds.
The bandits, the 5 thieves that were with Bretonius, they all split off, dump their weapons where there clearly is a weapon stash, and make their way to various rooms. There appear to be bunk beds, rooms where these people are sleeping.
Love bunk beds.
And you can tell that there's not there's carrots, they're chopping carrots, but they're not the best.
Baby
they look
carrots?
like maybe they've been thrown away in the trash, and like they're trying to reuse the food that they can find and scrape by. Bretonius walks in. He says, "You are welcome here, but if you wish to speak, we can go to my office." And he walks further into as you walk further in, you realize this place is really big. Really big.
Like magically big?
No, not magically big necessarily, but could house almost 100 people if it really needed to. There isn't enough food or things in there for that number of people, but there's clearly enough room where they're not using, it's just sort of open, cavernous area that they're not really using.
Real quick, I just want to, who are the people?
Sure.
Are there Dragonborn, ASMR, Tieflings, Gith?
There, as you're make perception check for me.
Sure.
Val, you are at advantage.
Nice, thank you.
Because of the Black Kari.
Thanks, Black Kari. That's cocked. 14.
You notice that of the 5, there is a tiefling, a deep blue-skinned tiefling, who seems to have wasn't in the group. He's here by the fire. Okay. Sort of seems to be reading a book. He's got a bunch of almost like a duster. He's got like a dark duster on, and in the duster you can see he's carrying what look like other tomes, just sort of stuffed
Wizard.
In various sections.
Wow, you just judged that he was a wizard.
No, I'm not judging. I'm just calling it out.
No, I said he was a book dealer in my notes.
Rare book dealer.
There's a halfling that you recognize.
Oh.
Valcorio. You know that to be Brano the Whittler.
Wow.
He's a suntanned and weathered halfling, originally hailing from, that he's from Mechas. He's got sharp hazel eyes that often sparkle with the mischief of a man who knows the city's secrets.
Wow.
You know him to be a trinket seller, and you have in your past spoken with him on a few occasions here and there about informed on things. There is also a Dragonborn that you also very much recognize as Leotos.
Whoa.
Your trainer.
He trained you, right?
Yeah.
He trained you in...
He's got to be pretty old at this point.
He is. He was one of the hooded individuals, but you can see that he's aged. He's still able to keep a battle up, but he's getting old. The other 2 individuals you've never seen before. One is clearly an ASMR.
That's cool.
They have no wings, but their skin seems to glow a little bit brighter now that you see them out of their leathers. Bless you. And the final one is a human with bright blue eyes and short, cropped brown hair. They don't seem very close to any of the others. They don't, they're not really talking. They're sort of keeping to themselves. And, but yeah.
Val, why don't you take a moment with your brother?
Yeah, we got it locked down over here, probably.
Okay.
Try and find out what he was getting at.
Yeah.
You want some seeds?
Yes,
okay.
Please.
As Bertonius is walking, and this is all happening pretty quickly because you're just sort of breaking things down.
Yeah.
Bertonius yells back to the man in the chair and says, Tiberius, the other 2 groups should be returning soon. Make sure they find warmth and food. And the man, this tiefling, with very short horns and wild, sort of all over the place hair.
That's Tiberius?
That's Tiberius, is what they called. Deep blue-skinned, indigo-skinned tiefling with 2 twisting horns from the temples. Wild hair, glasses. He doesn't even look up from his book and waves his hand and says, "Chap, make sure you make enough for the other groups too."
Oh, is that the kobold?
Chap the kobold.
I'm gonna walk over to Chap. You handle your stuff.
Chap at this point is dealing with. He can't be on the counter, which makes it easier for him to chop. So you sort of see him, he's kind of having to
cut your fingers, bro.
Hey! I'm Otto. You want a boost?
Oh, that would be helpful.
Yeah. All right.
Please.
How about my back?
Okay. And he runs around you and, with ease, sort of hops up on your back. It's like I'm a human!
Yeah, it's like you're human!
Thank you, Otto! You said your name was?
Yeah, I'm gonna hand you a salmon. You want that? You want another one?
From the dock.
Oh!
How many salmons you want?
How many salmons do you have?
I have 16.
How are you keeping 16 salmon? Do you have a bag of holding?
I don't know. I don't know what I have, man.
That sounds like a lie to me, but I'm into it. You got more salmon?
Yeah, I do.
I'll take all 16.
All right here.
Oh, whoa!
We got a lot of mouths to feed, right? In our cave?
Quite a few. We should have, there's 8 and then went out, and then there were 8 more that went out, 9 more that went out in another room, and then there was the special group that went out in 6. So I think there's at least 14.
14? Maybe, yeah. I think we use all 16 salmon for 14 people. That sounds
Some
right.
people will have more salmon than others.
No, we can separate it so everyone has equal salmon, or they can fight each other for more salmon.
Are you counting us?
No, I think we have enough salmon.
That sounds right. And he begins, like, he seems, when you start just pulling salmons out, he is engrossed in this. You follow Tiberius, or Bertonius into, what are the rest of you 3 doing?
KoKo feels a little awkward because this is the first time they've been around them since they left KoKo. And KoKo just kind of decides to saunter over to Branau the halfling because they're whittling.
Literally just sitting sort of on their legs. They begin to whittle. They clearly don't sit in one of the chairs, though it is open and they could easily do so. And when they're whittling, you can see that the thing that they're creating is quite intricate. It looks like it's the beginning or a handle of some sort of something. But there's clearly more wood they haven't yet gotten to. And they've been working on it for a very long time.
You whittle handles. Hi. I'm KoKo. Oh, you don't talk. Oh, okay. That's okay. Oh. It's okay. Uh-huh. Okay, we could just sit here and whittle. I whittle too. And then KoKo takes out their, like, a big chunk of wood that they've also started on that is also a handle to something. Yes.
They seem to, like, can I... And he holds it up.
Well, I mean, I don't dedicate a lot of time to it, so... Okay, thanks. I wasn't sure if you... It's fine.
He seems impressed by your work.
Yeah.
Rilian's, like, nearby, leaning against a wall, watching you if you, like, start looking around, like, just kind of meandered and followed over, but didn't want to interrupt whittling.
She's staring.
Cristobal?
They're staring at me, right?
He seems to look around.
Staring. Oh. Yep. Cool.
I mean, it's clear that clear that person is indicating to you.
I'm gonna go sit next to y'all. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Yeah. I mean, it was scary. We had to get out of some sticky situations, but what did you get up to?
Well, I walked around for a while, and then I got really tired because crying makes me tired. And then I talked to, like, someone who came through a portal. I don't know.
The halfling's face goes... and they pick up their whittling and their...
Oh.
And they sort of walk off.
No, you can stay.
Yeah, don't leave.
He seems to indicate that you guys have a lot to talk about and doesn't want to be rude and interrupt. So,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. You know, I know you were trying to whittle. I know you do that with friends and stuff.
Yep. It would have been nice if you guys would have waited for me.
We
didn't.
Thought you didn't want to be around us needed some space. I don't know. You stayed away from us outside all night.
I was just like having a moment, you know?
Well, we didn't want to force you to do anything, or I don't know. I'm sorry for...
I mean, I don't expect you to have come and asked me if I wanted to go with you guys. But I did expect the others to. It's fine. It's like whatever.
How far away is the kitchen to this conversation?
Within eye shot, but not earshot, especially with all the chopping and the crazy noises that Chap seems
So
to be
it just
making.
looks like they're having a normal conversation.
It looks like they're normally having a normal conversation.
I think it's like we're just like tensely like,
and they're
across
near
from
the
each other.
fire where, probably between where you and I are right now in the chair is that gentleman with the tiefling who's just sort of reading a book.
Oh, sorry. Real quick.
Yeah.
That tiefling's near them?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cristobal is getting out of his hazmat suit.
You didn't drop that yet?
No. Just now. Definitely not. He's going to see these two start conversing, and he's going to go over to Rilian and give them a huge hug and say, "Oh, thank God we found you." Do not talk right here.
As you roll up and you walk in, you realize he's reading a book, but his eyes are not on the book.
Right.
He's clearly staring at both of them.
Right.
But clearly pretending to read.
Yeah. It's so good to see you. Must be starving. I am hungry. Are you so hungry?
Really strange when you hug me.
Eat.
I haven't seen.
Great Scott! Cristobal de la Cruz here in this safe house?
Oh, Tiberius, I did not recognize you.
By Jove! I haven't seen you in plumb 8 years or more.
It's been quite some time. You look fantastic. You haven't aged a day.
You're lying, but I don't mind. What are you doing in the sewers?
I have established some quite impressive connections with the Lunaris family. I don't know if you noticed who I was in company of.
I did, indeed. That is fantastic. That's great.
What brings you here to the underbelly of the city?
Well, I'd love to tell you.
Oh.
But until Bretonius tells me I can tell you anything, I gotta keep it close to the chest.
How do you guys know each other?
Walk around. Cristobal and I, we studied a little bit together.
Traveled in the same circles.
Yes.
Would occasionally find each other at the other end of some competition.
Yes. He wanted to buy a thing. I wanted to buy a thing. He had all the money. I didn't have so much.
Then sometimes you would find a way to procure the item without paying for it like you should.
Oh, hey, look, when you don't have money to work with, 5-finger discount or a brain one, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. Coming with like a plate of grilled fish. I do know what you mean. That's next to you.
Hello. I am Tiberius, fellow friend of.
Yes, he is a colleague of
yes.
mine.
Let me help you with that, Otto.
By the way, Otto is
Yes,
full
I
owl.
know.
Yes, Otto's full owl. He's not a kobold.
Yep.
I'm gonna take these from.
But no one's
Otto,
reacting to it.
and I'm gonna
The kobold didn't seem to react to it. Tiberius seems like a little put off, but isn't.
Wait, why
doesn't
would
seem
they
to
be?
react.
Because we're on the South Island where
There's
they
no-
do not exist.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
animals.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that anyone has really even noticed yet. The kobold didn't react. It seemed like it was fine to interact with them.
I mean, they've
big
seen
bird.
some stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm just a bird. I'm just bigger.
I'm gonna hand the first plate over to KoKo,
Here you go, KoKo.
and then I'll give one to new friends.
Tiberius holds there's a lot that goes through his face. It's I really want to eat this fish right now, but it's also I don't think I've seen this much food in a long time. And he sort of puts it down and he says, I think I'll wait for the others.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll eat it.
But there's more. Everyone gets a fish. So there's one for you too later if you want that one, or everybody gets one.
Here, you can have mine. I'm not hungry.
Well, some of them I took.
From where?
I don't know, a store.
I see.
I paid for some, a lot of them.
You have money?
Money?
Okay.
We have
you should
only
all eat.
Yes, we've only just arrived into the Tri-Cities. We have only. It's been quite an uproar in only the last few hours.
Yes, that's what I was reading here. Trying to find why this happened. It's not in the history books, and I'm not sure.
Do I know the book he's reading?
You may make a perception check. Well, you can see the book. It's pretty easy.
Right.
But intelligence check on
Just to see
whether you know
It's a
what the
pop-up
book's about.
My first history.
17.
It appears to be untitled, but it is clearly his handwriting in it.
No, like his.
Oh, so his
book.
Ah, yes. So the esteemed author has not seen anything like this before, huh?
No.
Oh.
Yes. It's a recounting of the histories of the Tri-City.
Well, sometimes those recountings, being from a personal perspective, are often missing large gaps of information, poorly informed, oftentimes lacking in any stringent detail.
Sometimes, but less than you would imagine.
Okay, fair enough. Forgive me, I have not introduced my comrades. This is KoKo.
Lovely to meet you. A wood elf, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
This-
I've never seen your type of elf on this island.
And I've never met you either.
This is Rilian.
Hey, what's up?
Friend.
And this is
Maybe.
Otto.
Hi.
And I'm just clocking him this whole time.
Hey. Would you like a seed bar? Mushroom skewer?
What do you have in your bag?
Oh, well, I made this seed bar at your house. Do you remember that?
You've never been to my house.
No, I was at your house.
Your dad's house.
Dad's house.
Your tower. Your house.
Oh, right. Yes. That's right. I do remember that.
Yes.
Your house.
He seems. It's odd because he seems like there's something strange about this individual, but it's not what you would expect, which is, I've never seen something like that before.
Right.
It's more of, maybe I haven't seen that type of thing before.
Interesting. Interesting.
So, you guys like a band of rogues or something, or?
Again, until Retonius
This is like the best rogue ever right here. You guys are probably...
Believe it. 16 fishes, I believe you said.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It was because I got a cool glove.
You'd probably learn something.
Yeah.
That's right. It was the glove.
Yeah, I got an awesome glove that helps.
The one there on your hand.
Yep.
Tell me, Tiberius, Bretonius, all of you seem to be in ill health and exhausted. Is there anything we might be able to do to assist you? As it seems you may need some help.
Supplies would be great. We've lost quite a few in the last couple of weeks.
Wait, to those things in the sewers?
Some, yes.
What are those?
Ghouls.
And some
sorry,
gas.
Is there anyone that...
What?
Wait.
Ghouls and gas?
Gas is like...
Some gas?
It looks at you.
And I'm sorry, gassed. This is Tiberius.
We
Tiberius
didn't
is
introduce gas.
because you got caught in the
There's a gas and a slushy in the corner that no one has seen.
Don't talk to the robot and the dog.
Don't look at them in the eyes. Don't talk to them.
Tiberius sort of looks over gassed, and their face is one of confusion and awe at the same time. Did you make this golem? And Cass says, I, sir, am not a golem. Oh! You can talk! That's interesting. How did you... Your skills...
Well, of course, my skills have grown considerably since we last met, but Gast...
Putting it lightly.
You flatter, but Gast is their own person and creation.
Yeah.
I am just here to shepherd them through the beginning of their life.
We hung out all day today. Yeah, it was awesome.
Does Gast, do you hail from Mechis? No, I do not. I hail from...
Remember the story. Remember what we talked about.
A faraway place.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. It appears that you have things that you can't say until you're told you can either. I can respect that.
Tiberius, is there anyone that needs medical attention down here?
Not yet. Well, we are expecting a few groups back any moment, I imagine. Given what I have heard is happening on the up in the streets, there may be some who need some help. Yes, but now, unless they all seem fine. Chap, have you cut your finger again? No. No, then.
Yeah, Chap is awesome.
Is there a place we might retire briefly? We have been traveling all day, and the sewers took quite a bit out of us.
There is a few empty warehouse rooms. You're welcome to sort of lounge around.
Would you mind if just for a brief moment?
For sure.
Thank you.
He stands up, and you can see as he stands up, there's something wrong with his right hip. It takes him a couple of tries to get out of the chair, and as he does, you hear him. And it's clear, since the last time you saw Tiberius, he's aged a bit. And he begins to sort of, he's limping, but he limps over to that area and he points to, the way this is set out is there's the entry space. As you enter the entry space, to the right is the kitchen, which is connected to the living room with the fireplace. That is sort of separated by a doorway that he's taking you through, and there are various hallways. They sort of go in a tri-pattern, so there's sort of three major hallways. The two on the left seem to be like offices and some converted rooms for people to sleep, and then the furthest one on the right-hand side as you enter that room, that hallway seems to be more of like storage spaces that are pretty open and vast, but don't really have anything in them. It almost looks like this was built halfway and wasn't completed, right. And then they moved in.
If Valcorio is looking for us, if you wouldn't mind directing him this way.
Now or
no, just later.
If he's wondering where we are.
Yeah, if he's wondering where we are.
I'm gonna go tell him.
You'll find him in the first one there on the left. On the left.
KoKo leaves and goes to tell him.
Okay.
You guys.
I'll leave you to it. It was so good to see you,
so great
Cristobal.
To see you.
I hope you're doing well.
Yes, Ben, it's great to see you so well.
And he hobbles back over to where he was sitting before and picks up the book he was reading and continues.
I'll go with you, KoKo, and I just like totter by next to you.
You walk. We'll get back to you two. You follow Bretonius into his office, and he waits for you to enter. And then, as you enter, he tells you to close the door. Mm-hmm. So, you said you were taken.
Yeah. Not by my own will.
I see.
The storm. Within an hour of my coming back, I was whisked away.
To where?
It's a really long story.
I see.
But all I wanted was to get back here. And that was what happened. How long have you been down here?
Couple years now. Oh, also a long story.
Does Vizzy know you're here?
No.
Why not?
I can't trust her anymore.
Is this because of the Emerald Bank?
You've been here less than a day. You've already put it together, I bet.
I don't know what I put together. I don't know what we've put together. I just noticed a lot of things in common that smell bad.
Yes. Family's doing well, as I'm sure you've noticed. I'll just... do you want to get into it now, or do you want to rest first, or... I don't know about you, but that all was very scary.
I just want to say that we've been trying, my friends have been trying to help. When I realized there was no easy way for me to get back, all I could think to do was just try to stop these big, bad things that are affecting everything. And I think it's brought me right back here. Which is good news, I guess, but it also means that you're all in a lot of danger.
Oh, well, brother, we've been in a lot of danger for many years.
I know.
Some of us know it, and others turn a blind eye.
Is there one member of the Emerald Bank specifically that stays close to Vizzy?
Yes. Lord Erevar.
Lord Erevar. Have you met him?
I have had the pleasure, yes.
What's your impression?
Well, soon after you left, even the Emerald Bank started coming around.
Mm-hmm. I even saw them when I was here.
You were here?
Before I was taken by the storm.
You saw Vizzy before you were taken from the storm?
For a couple of minutes.
I believe that this Lord Erevar is influencing our sister in some way.
Sounds like possibly him.
I have looked into his origins a few times. Everything comes back empty. He's supposedly originally from Mechis, but none of my contacts seem to know that that's the truth.
We have a very, very strong reason to believe that he's allied with the worst.
What do you mean, the worst?
People who all they want is to watch things rot and wither and die.
Yeah.
So,
if you were to ask Tiberius, he would tell you that Lord Erevar is most likely a were-lion of some sort. I'm not sure I believe those things exist, but...
We have a strong reason to believe that however he may be appearing is not what he is.
That I can agree.
I'm sorry that I'm being so coded.
It is good to be safe.
Yeah.
When we cannot trust our eyes and ears.
You know that, I don't know where that meteor fireball thing came from. I have suspicions. But Celessa wants me captured on sight.
I assumed that would happen at some point once I learned you were here.
I don't know where Strix is. I need you to know that.
I believe you.
I'd like to know, I'd like to help, I'd like to find her. But right now I don't.
Solessa, to be completely frank with you, is our least of our worries.
Yeah. Are you alright?
No. I have watched my friends be gutted, consumed. I've seen them wither away. I've seen them lost to madness. I've seen them heads explode, their bodies fall apart, sickness take them. I have seen every dark thing I could imagine in my dreams as a child. Your death woke me up. It made me realize I didn't know my brother. And I had squandered the opportunity to know them.
It's not your fault.
Vizzy sold the farms.
I heard.
Mechas came in with their via the Emerald Bank. Sold miracles of magic. Soil that never needed to be churned. Seeds of various fast and large growing plants. Tomato plants who could fruit in a day. They own Fasarum. A baron by the name of Medulon
Oh no.
What of him?
Sorry, that was just.
owns Fasarum.
Oh.
Runs the bank.
Have you seen him?
No. Only Lord Erevar.
You stay away from him.
Oh. I have a couple of words for him.
Vizzy. We must protect her.
I'm afraid it is too late, brother.
I don't accept that.
You don't know what has happened. When Vizzy sold the farms, she said she was doing so in order to bring the family back into the fold, but also to help the city. Some of the profits that she would sell the farms to the Emerald Bank, would go to the city itself, into the city's coffers to improve things. She saw how bad it got in Lunaris, and did not want that ever to occur in any other city. Do you remember Master Twist?
Yeah, barely. Well, a landlord.
Own the home, yes.
Yeah.
We own that home now.
Okay.
Well, Vizzy does. Master Twist manufactured the wine. He owned the factories. When Vizzy got so close and comfy with the Emerald Bank, Master Twist didn't think that was a good idea. He blackmailed Vizzy with information about you. I don't know what it was. I never could find out. Just what Vizzy told me.
I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes. But you could trumpet them to the hills if you like. I don't care who knows at this point.
Well, it was enough to give Vizzy some discomfort. She couldn't sleep at night. Then she changed. She got angrier, less soft, more hard, ruder than she was. And soon Lord Erevar was in her strategy planning meetings.
Okay.
Appeared more and more. Vizzy and Lord Erevar made Master Twist disappear.
Okay.
In a week's time, she took over the entire manufacturing process of the wine in the city. That's when I started to think something was wrong. We'd always had a great relationship with Master Twist as a family. Give and take. We had the farms, they had the manufacturing. We made sure the wine was run. Then the money started to roll in vast amounts. Week after week, we got richer and richer to the point I couldn't keep track of it all anymore. So I started sniffing around. I followed Erevar one evening. He led me into the sewer. I tracked him to a dead end in a sewer not far from here in Cosmoleg. And that's where I got this.
He gave it to you?
No. Something in the sewer attacked me. It was fast.
One of those ghouls?
No. They appeared after this attack.
Okay.
It was large, it was fast, I could not see it. Sharp claws. I wounded it. Luckily. But it had wounded me pretty well.
Okay.
Tiberius found me in the sewers. He runs around here, used to, a lot. Get back and forth when he needed to deliver a potion or a spell without Vizzy or the rest seeing it. Nursed me back to health. Started telling me about all the things that he believed. The werelion. Things started to add up. And as I was finishing my recovery, and we began our operations to try to fight back, they own everything. Every bank, every politician, every lord and lady that we know. And it makes sense. They're all richer than they've ever been. They got what they wanted by paying for it. Gem and coin at a time.
Okay.
And we were hunted. The ghouls started to show. And a larger monster. Still out there, still have not found it. The thing that attacked me and started hunting my friends. That's why we are here. The only reason we know of this place is the Oracle.
You've spoken with the Oracle?
Yes.
When? How?
2 days ago.
Okay. How did you make that connection?
They found us.
They reached out to you?
No, they literally came in the sewer and found us. Turned a corner.
From the Lake of Dreams?
Yes.
Okay.
They had an elf like I'd never seen before with them. Beautiful. An elf whose skin shone like the sun.
Did you get their name?
Mara.
Was with the Oracle?
Yes. Had a glove on.
The Oracle is almost water-like.
Yes, a genasi, I believe they said.
Have they returned to the Lake of Dreams, or are they here now? That was 2 days ago, you said.
Yes. That's the part that's strange. The Oracle confided in me that the glove that Mara carried was the key and answer to the Emerald Bank.
Uh-huh.
That only it could bring them down.
So,
she kept it vague. Not any specifics as to why they had it or why Mara was carrying it. All the Oracle said was that they needed to be here because someone was coming.
Okay.
Mara was looking for someone named Narelle. They claimed to be an elf much like them.
Doesn't mean anything to me. But the glove.
Yes.
When we first went into the sewers near the bank, the bars were broken. You'd been in there.
Yes.
Did you see a glove?
No, but we were searching for it.
We have a reason to believe that that glove was there.
You know of the glove? You've met the Oracle?
No. I know of the glove, sort of. I don't know much.
I see.
I don't, and we've not met the Oracle, I've only seen them.
Sorry.
This is about the time when you start coming to look for Val. Tiberius has pointed you to the door. The door is clearly closed.
You two are doing
Yeah, I'm by.
I don't know if I should knock.
Should we look under before we knock?
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, maybe
hold
this
on.
way? Okay.
No, you look that way, I'll look that way. You see any feet or? No. Me neither. What
I think I
adventure
hear something
did
now.
you have?
What adventure did you have?
Oh,
where did you guys go?
Well, so
you just left me there.
What?
You guys all just left me.
No, you wanted to be alone. We were told that you wanted to be alone.
Everybody needs a timeout.
Yeah, and you always come back and find us. Always.
Yeah, but it's just really.
You always come back, KoKo. Were you not gonna come back?
No, I was. It was just really scary, and
Were you scared? I'm sorry. I don't want you to feel alone. I just
this makes me feel like I can't actually let my emotions out because you guys are overwhelmed. I'm too much. You know what I mean?
No, I gave you a big giant
That's
bear
why
hug.
I keep things super low key.
Oh no! Wait! Hold on. Let me back up. You are keeping things low key?
Yeah, I don't really get that angry.
But why?
That's the first time I've totally cried in front of you.
And I wanted to help, but you pushed me away. But we talked about it after. I gave you a bear hug. Remember when I turned into
Drek.
Drek, yeah.
I know, that was nice.
Well, it's because I wanted to give you comfort.
But Drek wouldn't have left me.
Well, we didn't leave each other. We went inside, and then you went outside. We all went inside together, KoKo. You went outside. I didn't even know you went outside.
You just said I went outside.
Yeah, because I was told the next day that you were outside.
Well, if I wasn't in the house,
I was
where else would I
sleeping.
be?
Outside.
But when you woke up before you went to the docks,
Well,
you could have.
what's his name told us where you went and that you.
But you didn't think to go get me?
KoKo.
It was already you guys had already slept. It was the next. It was I don't know. I just.
You always come back.
It's fine.
It's okay to be mad. It doesn't have to be fine. But I always thought you'd come back. I didn't think that you'd be gone forever.
Well, I don't even know where forever got in the conversation. I was never going to be gone forever.
Well, I don't understand
I just
why
needed
you're
a
mad.
time out.
Well, then how do I know how much time
Because I woke up and you guys were gone.
I was told you left.
I didn't. I was just outside in a bush.
I was told you left, that you needed to go. That was what we were told. I would never leave you, KoKo. Ever. Ever. You're my best friend.
But you did.
I didn't know I did. I didn't know I left you. I thought you wanted to be alone. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's fine.
It doesn't have to be fine. You could be mad at me, okay. But I love you. And you're my best friend.
I love you too.
2 nights ago, the Oracle and Mara disappeared.
Were you with them?
No, we were sleeping. They were here. I said 2 nights ago they met them. They met them 2 weeks ago. They left 2 nights ago. They had been here for 2 weeks. Then 2 nights ago, they disappeared.
Here with you for 2 weeks?
Yes.
That's how you know so much about Mara and the glove.
It's how we can communicate.
Communicate with her now? Have you tried to communicate
No,
with her?
not with
since?
her, with each other.
Oh.
She led us to a stash, and he holds up what looks like a bracelet. Instead of made of hemp, it's made of cord. A nicer cord. Beads, just like yours.
I mean, on top of everything else, we would really like to know where this oracle is.
We had, through the grapevine of our connections, I had learned that one of the workers in the Celesta and Emerald Bank got word that the glove, or a glove that was described almost exactly like what we had seen, had arrived.
In the Celesta branch of the Emerald Bank.
Yes.
Great.
Well, so we thought. It was the individual in the Celesta Bank that heard about it, but there was no guarantee it would be in the Celesta Emerald Bank.
Right after.
Val?
Who is it? Oh.
We're looking for Val.
We're looking for Val.
Let them in.
Please, you may enter.
Hello.
It's all right.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Oh, the vibes are.
I know, it's thick in
Thick.
here.
It's a
It's so thick.
Thick vibes.
We have a lot to talk about.
Well, we just wanted to let you guys know,
we're gonna be in the warehouse.
Yeah.
I just didn't want you to not know where we were.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's just over there.
Yeah.
Bretonius, this is KoKo, and this is Otto.
Hi, Bretonius.
Hello, KoKo.
We kind of met.
Hello. We did. Hello, Otto.
Yeah, you're real cool. You had some moves back there. That was awesome.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're really sneaky.
Are you from Toss?
Yes. Yeah, I'm from Toss.
You might be surprised to know that you are not the first we have met.
Really?
No, the Oracle brought I believe they called them a Kroken with them.
What's a Kroken?
a bird like you, but a crow.
Was he nice?
Quite.
I read about Crokins.
Super interesting.
I've never
Wait,
met
has KoKo
one.
ever heard of a Kroken?
Yeah, I mean, you know generally that there are plenty
I've
of
heard-
animus, and they come in a variety of types. Yeah.
They're basically my cousins, except for I live underground.
I've heard they're very smart. They bring you gifts.
Yeah.
That is exactly right. They bring lots of gifts.
Did they bring you a gift?
Constantly. Sometimes it's a bit of seaweed from the sewer. On occasion, it's a coin.
You have to teach it what you like.
Well, I mean,
Also, if you want some dinner, there's some dinner. In the
Yeah,
kitchen.
I've had a lot of fish in my bag.
well,
You're
thank you.
hungry, right?
Yes, but the leader eats last.
Oh,
One
that's
moment.
good to know.
So, the Oracle, Mara,
Yes.
and this Kroken,
Wait, what?
disappeared 2 nights ago.
Yes.
Any sign? Where? Any magic? Any tracks? Anything?
Nothing. As if they had just ceased to exist.
Have you tried spells, sending spells?
Yes. We don't have a lot of materials, but we do have some friends that work around the city that are willing to part with their hard-earned to help for our cause.
My friends and I need to...
There, you hear a knock at the hatch door from the... And Bretonius says, oh, I'm sure that's the groups, the others that were checking the other banks. They're here to, I'm sure, tell us.
Are we feeling any of the okay?
Have you been shown a place to stay?
Apparently there were some bunk beds.
Most of those are taken.
Well, I could sleep on the floor, or if you like a pile of clothes, I can make a little nest.
He gets up from where he was sitting and comes to the door. Tiberius, have you shown them a place to stay? And Tiberius says, of course, and sort of waves him off. Did you answer the door, Tiberius? Chap's handling it. I'm handling it, boss. And Chap opens the...
You said Chad.
Chad the kobold.
The way that Chap is opening this hatch is he has to hop up, grab one side, and spin it, and hop up again, and grab one side and spin it. And he does that 3 times, and the door opens, and a person falls in. And some more people sort of fall in, and you can see one is missing a limb.
Oh, no.
It seems to be holding it's got a tourniquet and holding it on there.
Rilian!
Oh my goodness,
yeah,
we need to.
And
I'm already
3
there.
people. One unconscious, one loss of a limb, and one that seems to be sort of had been carrying the other 2, and falls in and just. Bretonius, everyone that's there gets up. It's a chaos all of a sudden. Pulling the one man who's unconscious onto where the fish was being chopped, pulls them onto the kitchen counter.
Oh, blood by the fish.
You can see that his gut is a mess.
No.
Let me through.
Rilian, as you get to this human, his eyes are glossy. They don't seem to be reacting to light or anything, and you can see that he has been gutted, but his innards have been pushed back in the hole.
Oh boy!
And he seems to be breathing very shallowly. He seems barely on the edge of life.
I cast a cure wounds.
You realize that if you cure wounds him while he has an open wound, it'll seal up around it. So you have to push his intestines back in. And as you lay your hands on him, the wound won't close. You notice as you look closer, the edge of the wound is blackish.
Can I do a quick medicine check for whether this is a disease or a curse?
Absolutely.
Is this
medicine check.
You said this is the person who's like just heavily panting, or the one who's most conscious?
He's the one that fell in unconscious. He's awake. Like you can see that he's awake and he's shallowly breathing. But the other one who's on his back is still on the back. He's plenty fine. He looks fine. He's just extremely tired.
Any
yes. Yuri, straight roll as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
You got this.
Was that one?
As you're clearly panicking a little bit because you realize that this human man doesn't have a whole lot of time. That you got to heal him quickly, or he will pass. And as you push your hand on his intestines and push it into his body, part of the edge of the wound scrapes against your skin.
No.
And you can see that some of that oily, blackish liquid gets on it and begins to burn and sizzle on your skin. It's extremely painful. And as you do so, you release the heal wounds and it closes around your wrist.
Wait, what closes around my wrist?
His wound.
His wound closes around my wrist.
Your hand is now inside of his stomach.
So disgusting. Okay. Is this a disease? Is this a curse? Is this what?
What did
I'm just gonna.
The rest of them are like, get your hand out of his body! Like,
give me a second. I'm trying to help him.
Can I roll an Arcana?
Hold him down.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave my hand.
Otto, you have advantage from the Black Kari.
Thank you, the Black Kari. Okay, that is Arcana. It is 14 plus 8.
22.
Otto, as you're doing this, an image from an experience you had when you transferred here into your head, and you realize that is probably some sort of diseased and also cursed.
What?
Similar to the oily mephit that was flying around.
Oh my god.
Both?
No,
Okay.
this is so bad. This is
Reminiscent of the things that burst out of those humans.
Oh, no. We gotta kill this guy.
Bretonius says,
kill.
What?
He's already dead.
What?
He's already dead.
He's still breathing. I'm gonna cast remove curse.
As you cast remove curse, your hand removes from his body, and the wound closes up. But that black liquid on your hand is still there, and it still burns.
Otto, what are you talking about?
The black ooze that's in his wound does not go away.
This is bad.
Is he alive?
He seems to be. His eyes are now shut, and he's breathing more regularly. It is clear that you saved his life in terms of the wound that was clearly killing him. Close, the gutted wound.
Do you remember the vision that we had?
Yeah.
With the thing that burst out of that guy?
Yeah.
Kinda. What's happening?
Yeah, but if I could just, I don't have enough. If I could just
your hand
get some rest and I can maybe fix this in the morning.
Otto, what else does that glove do?
Besides
catch salmon.
It just takes stuff.
Oh, it's not like healing.
I wish. That'd be great. Are you
sure?
I can try. Yeah, okay.
Tiberius, have you seen this? And Tiberius, who was reading, stopped reading once all this commotion. He sort of stood up and was just staying where he was, watching what was happening. And as he comes by, he holds his hand out, and Bretonius puts the monocle in his hand, and he puts it up to his eye, and he begins to look at it. Nothing I've seen.
There are two others that are hurt.
There's one that is missing their arm. Right, their arm was removed, but it looks like they've bandaged it up, and some of the others seem to be helping them. And one turns and says, it seems like a clean cut.
We just have to cauterize it.
Yes.
What did this, talking to the one who's still conscious?
Ghouls. Big ones.
A
ghast, maybe.
This has got to be Medulon.
Oh, yeah.
Insight check.
Insight, yep. Val, you have advantage from Gateway Guy.
Thanks, Gateway.
Is ghast
Nat 20.
Aghast?
No, ghast is not what is typically known as a ghast.
Okay.
20.
I know, it's messing me up too.
He's clearly afraid. He can't fake this kind of fear, and he's breathing heavy and hard. Clearly, whatever he was running from, he was running from. You can see that he's up. His waist is wet, so it's clear that he was running through the liquid. So from what you can tell, doesn't seem to be hiding.
Okay.
We barely made it to the bank. We lost. And Bertoni says, yes. Johann and Toro.
You were at the Solessa Bank?
No. Bertoni says, rest, Christ. They were sent to the Cosmolag Bank. We didn't believe it was there, but we still needed to send a group. So we sent the smaller group there.
What were you looking for?
The glove.
The glove.
Oh.
What does the glove do?
So,
Wait, that glove?
Really, and I'm staring hard at you.
Yeah, the glove that we had to get.
They know about the glove.
Where? It's not under this one?
No.
Wait, this glove?
No.
Oh, it's different.
No, that's a different glove.
I got this glove from a vendor. Do you know what a vendor is? It was a guy.
Even Bertoni is sort of...
This is all very new to them.
Yeah.
Does it have to be a guy?
It was a guy. This guy.
Okay.
Wait, but this
He was
glove
from
is...
Alley.
I hate to interrupt this aside.
Sorry.
Sorry. We just made up, so.
Yeah, we were fighting. I didn't know we were fighting, but
I don't think
Christ,
we were fighting.
this wound here looks strange. What caused it? That was the big one. I believe it was a ghast.
What do I know about a ghast?
Arcana. Straight roll as far as I'm concerned, Cristobal.
Can ghast roll too?
Yep.
Cocked.
Yeah.
Cocked, it's cocked.
Jeez, buddy.
Yep. You said Arcana, right? 11.
Luckily, ghasts are fairly common where you're from. They live in the deserts often. They are a lot like ghouls. Sometimes they run with ghouls. The difference is that they can, especially clerics, it's harder for them to be turned, and they tend to stink. And it's a stench that's similar to found in the sewer, which would cause you some issue if you stuck around in it. They also can create more of their own kind.
Oh.
That is, the fact that you have ghasts down here along with ghouls is horrendous. They will multiply on their own. What caused them to be here? This is the Tri-Cities. There are magical barriers in place.
This, pointing to Rilian's hand and the wound and everything, this corruption.
Yeah.
It will infect everything. You need to be extremely careful with it.
We've seen it before.
Do you have any bandages? I can cover this up for now.
Yeah.
Yes. And Bertonius looks at one of the other, at the Asimar, and the Asimar goes into the back and brings back some bandages for you.
Can KoKo try to cure wounds?
Sure.
Okay. So what am I?
D8.
Oh, D8.
Just a D8, yeah.
There we go. No. 2. 4.
Their wounds, they seem their skin gets a little brighter and less.
Wait, on me or on?
Oh, you're casting on her.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. I mean, if you were down and gained
I was
those hit points
actually
back.
down.
What?
4.
4 hit points? Yeah, I was hurt. I don't remember how.
A couple of the cuts.
The meteor, I think.
No, I didn't take any.
Oh, you didn't take any.
Oh.
I don't know what from, but I'll take the 4.
But that bubbling black ooze is still sort of on the surface of their skin. It hurts. It's starting to hurt a lot.
I'm trying to tough it up.
Can I
You may want to cut that hand off.
No.
No.
Can I do another Arcana on it?
Sure.
Can I just?
Ooh, don't touch.
I'm not touching it.
What
Don't
do
worry.
I know about moon wine? Does it have
everything that you would
cleansing
know.
properties?
I mean, it's an alcohol. It's mostly not used for that. It's mostly used for rich people to be able to do.
But if
things.
you've seen this before, I mean, how quickly does it spread? I mean, tomorrow I think I can.
The closer to your heart, the faster it takes. I've seen it start in the fingers. It takes 24 hours, 48.
So what is the ground like?
The what?
The ground here.
The ground here?
Dirt, yeah.
I mean, it's clearly like a stone.
I have reasons.
It's clearly like a stone, manufactured stone.
It's manufactured stone.
Yeah.
Is there anything that's like
It looks so real,
natural? In this
No, you
room?
would have to leave this.
That's okay.
This space.
So I kind of like dig my like claw feet into like this stone,
Okay.
and because my my wizard like power like is triggered through my emotions, and I'm terrified that Rilian is infected by this. And so I am sort of like trying to make myself a conduit from like the ground, looking at their wound, my hand subconsciously on the skull, and I rolled an 18 plus 8 for an Arcana
check.
We haven't used the skull in a long time.
It's time, baby.
You reach your hand into your pack, and the skull. Oh, there it is.
Oh my god!
Triggering my ass.
This is what you guys get for putting me in the room there when you needed to talk.
How dare you.
As you put your hand on the skull, you feel that it doesn't feel like that horned skull again. It seems to have returned to its normal style. And as you look at this thing, nothing comes to mind. The skull is cold. As you look at it, you realize that this is a curse-resistant substance. The arcana that you seem to tap into as you're looking at this, and you all see their eyes sort of turn blue as if they had cast detect magic. That seems to randomly come. Their cheeks seem to flare a little bit because they're now flare a little bit, and their eyes gloss over much like yours do when you're detecting magic. With your Arcana roll, you recognize two things. One, that pings as curse magic, but as you're looking at it, your roll was so high, you pierce through it. It's actually blood magic.
Oh.
And Rilian separately is being affected by some magical force that you didn't see until this emotional state that you're in brought all of this magic forward. They seem to be cursed by something that isn't what's on their hand.
So they're double cursed.
Well, yes, in that they have the black stuff on them that reads as a curse, but you know it's not it's a blood curse, not just a curse.
It's a blood curse.
Right. The other thing is a curse that is coming from somewhere, but you don't know the source of it. You just can tell that she has a curse. They have a curse on themselves.
You're a...
This is blood.
You can do things. If we take your hand off, can you regrow it?
Gast says, blood?
Blood's blood. A blood curse.
Magic?
Yes.
Let me see.
All right, but don't touch it, Gas.
I will be fine.
You have to have blood to be affected by blood.
It's strange. They start to sort of focus on what you're doing, and they sort of pull your arm a little too rough as they look at your hand.
Easy.
Hey, hold on, those don't come off, buddy.
Do you mind?
Gently.
Yes.
Wait, what are we...
Hold still. And she's grasped your hand with her hands. Out of her shoulder, it lifts up and slides away, and a long metal, what looks like a multi-jointed needle comes out of the top of there, and splits into what looks like a hand. And some of the fingers turn into what look like a syringe. Hold still.
Don't look. Just close your eyes.
I'll hold you steady.
Can't make it worse.
With their other hand, they begin to cast the spell. and they literally pull the entirety of the goo that's on your hand into the syringe that they've created with their hand.
Wow.
You notice when they cast this spell, it's very similar to mold water.
Right.
But it's clearly they're molding blood.
Right.
There.
Guess,
should be fine.
help them.
Oh, sure. And it gets close, and Bretonius is like, Bretonius at this point hasn't even really noticed
It's
the gas
a lot.
is there. It's a lot, and he looks at Val, and Val.
Yeah.
We have been working together, they and I, to develop new magics for purposes much like this. If you would give us the benefit of the doubt.
You
He'd
gotta
be
tell
dead
me.
in 10 hours as it is, so please.
I trust Cristobal with my life.
Fine. I will begin.
Yes.
You gotta tell me how you're doing this afterwards.
They begin again, this mold. It's just mold water, but it's blood. And they pull the rest of it into the vial, and it like the part of there's the syringe part and the pull, and then there's the vial. The vial slides out. Another one of the fingers detaches and pulls it into her shoulder.
Whoa.
And brings out an empty vial and slides it back in.
Whoa.
And they remove the rest of it into the vial. At the end, there are 4 vials of this black, dark blue. And she finishes, puts the arm back into her shoulder, slides open. She opens her chest and the 4 vials and hands them to you.
We have to study this to try and come up with some sort of antidote. We won't always be here to help people with these things, and
yes,
perhaps we can take the element of the moon wine that is so famous. And I'm looking around, I start seeing everybody just kind of staring at us.
Yeah.
We've been very busy.
We have a lot to figure out.
We have a lot to talk about.
Thank you, guest.
Anything for you. And you, and you, and you, and of course you.
It's appreciated. Thank you. You saved us.
I only just learned. I watched.
Good.
I'm gonna pump the rest of. I've got 2 more cure wounds. I'll do
Yeah.
one on the person who's laying down and one on the person who's
The one who's laying
arm cut
down,
off.
completely healed. You completely heal them to full. The one whose arm is cut off feels better,
Yes,
but their arm
I
is still
assume they
missing.
lost
Yes,
hit points,
yes,
too.
of course, yes. But the cure wounds does do the thing of like closing the wound
Yeah.
that is their end of their arm, so they're no longer bleeding. So
And
that's good.
for you two, you may have seen it's like smoke is like coming out of their hands and like sort of wrapping around the wounds and like closing it.
The smoke comes from their hands. It's constantly coming from the orifices in their face. But as it does so, it sort of funnels into the hand, flows over the body, and does the healing. It seems to be doing the healing.
It's almost like there's like this shadowy smile too that like stretches out in front of them, like almost like this shadow self around them as they do this.
As you're doing this, there's just in the back of your mind, Rilian,
Oh, God.
It's fine.
Bretonius is silent. He seems to be taking it all in. You see his mind working. You've seen him do this before. He wasn't always a hard worker, but when it was something he was really interested in, he could break it down almost immediately.
Yeah.
It just took him a little time to sort of churn it and get it out. You've seen this before?
Yeah.
Not here. No. Where?
A few places.
Well, we kind of...
A death sentence like it is here?
Yes.
This is what we've been trying to stop.
Yeah.
It was in
It's other places.
the past or
spreading.
the future. I'm not really sure.
It's hard to tell where it's originated, but we think we know.
It's either way, it's connected to Megillon. He's a very bad man.
My friends have kept me alive.
We've kept each other alive.
And will help.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on some of my men to return to inform me what's going on in the city.
We need to rest.
I'm exhausted.
We are all exhausted. We're still waiting on one more group. They should have been back by now.
Celessa?
Yes.
Celessa is where the most chaos was. It was where the media crashed.
Yes. I have not received a sending or any information from them yet. I thought maybe they were just in work mode. But they should have been back by now. They were not infiltrating, they were just gathering information.
Gast and I can wait up for them. I am not tired, and Gast does not get tired. Plus, we are the most apt to help anyone who might be under the weather when they come through that door.
We need to talk.
You see Bretonius look at Tiberius, and Tiberius nods. Okay. Thank you for the food.
Of course. Anything I have, I'm happy to give it.
We haven't had much to eat in a long time. This will regenerate most of us, I believe, and you can heal.
Yeah, I'm a little tapped out today, but if anyone is severely wounded, let me know. I can do something.
Luckily, I did take some things before I left home. So I do have a wand you can use. Cure light wounds. We have 10 more charges.
If anyone's on death's door, you let me know immediately.
I will.
But you should rest first.
One more thing.
Yes.
I'm giving him the rest of the 5,000 gold.
I didn't even remember that we had it.
There's 4,895 gold in this pouch.
Money doesn't mean anything to KoKo.
Take it.
Well, thank you. Where did you get this?
Vizzy.
She gave it to you.
She gave it to you?
Yeah. She sent us shopping.
Yeah,
He grabs the bag and he pours it out, and he begins to search through it. And he picks up.
Oh no.
Hawaii.
Shh, and that's where we'll end this.
Oh! She's cracking us.
Yeah! Should have spent all of it.
Right? Yeah,
This is the lesson, kids.
Lessons is when you're given gold,
Spend it immediately.
Oh my god.
I am
I actually,
taken to my
I have.
core.
I feel so dumb.
I feel so dumb.
Guys, I rolled on it.
Oh.
I literally did a computer roll.
About whether
I
or
gave
not-
you 5,000 coins.
We only spent 100 of it, basically.
And it was
spent
me.
100
I
and
spent it.
and I went and rolled and was like, if it lands in that 100, then you spent the thing that's been tracking you.
Run, man.
And I didn't. I mean, it was 100 out of 5,000.
Yeah.
So honestly, Gas and I had the right idea on going on a shopping spree together.
Yeah.
All of you were sleeping on that.
Indeed.
So
You did.
it's a tracker?
Well,
We'll get into that. We'll get into
It explodes.
Just explodes, everybody's dead.
We're all dead.
We're done.
Game over.
There are
cliffhanger.
ways to track people depending on which spells you use, and I don't want to get into that.
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
my
Hey!
Wow.
I have just a pit in my stomach. I'm
Yeah.
so upset.
Yeah.
did we just lead them all here?
Sheesh McGeesh.
Good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're all pretty exhausted, but we got to do these Patreon games, guys.
Gladly.
I'm
was
emotionally
great.
exhausted, but we've got,
Honestly,
These are
I got
fun
so
palate
much
cleansers.
energy
Let's have some
sitting
fun.
at the table with y'all.
as we always
Seriously, it's so
as
good.
we always like to do at the end of every game, we love to read off the names of some of our higher level patrons in the style of their choosing. We have Team Force of Light and Team Force of Shadow tonight. Thank you so much, guys. I love being at the table with these folks.
Indeed.
Even though we never come out unscathed.
What fun would that be?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. First, we're going to start with Team Force of Shadow with a suggestion from Daria, not Daria. Welcome.
Welcome.
From Team Force of Shadow, at a Super Bowl party, and your team is losing by a lot.
What's that like?
Come on! I mean, every year.
Oh, he took him right by the Tuo mask!
Excuse me, sorry.
Do you guys want nachos?
I have some
There you go, honey. There you go, honey.
I think I'm nuts, but if they put in that third string quarterback, I think he could actually make a difference.
Well, yeah, give me a Lincoln break. There's no way we're getting out of this on that, it's ugly.
Sorry,
We're like down.
are the Tuo masks losing?
I don't know. You could tell me that it was fail waffle, and I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference.
Do you need a refresher? You need a refresher?
Look, I'm a gateway
you,
guy.
Kari.
I'm just here for the commercials. Let's just be honest.
You guys want some kitty scritches, like UK?
I've already had 5 bags of kitty scritches.
Yeah.
I'm stress eating.
Is that a Super Bowl thing?
Oh, kitty scritches, yeah, a tradition.
Y'all
You
know this is
take
my
a
first
plate of Idaho.
right?
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
You don't know how to make kitty scritches? You take a plate of Idaho Judds.
Yep.
You cover it in cheese.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ranch dressing.
So good.
And then you start chanting, Abracadabra, Abracadabra, Abracadabra.
Cooks it to perfection.
Yeah.
You don't even have to chop up the Idaho Judds.
It's truly the most American thing
Kitty scritches.
ever.
Don't make
Ever.
these at home, kids.
Yeah.
It's literally just a potato. It's literally a full potato.
Yeah.
With cold cheese on top.
Yeah.
What
And you
cult
cook it
are
by
we?
camping.
And yeah.
That's Team Force
It's
Agenda.
a weekend break from the norm, but it's delicious.
Incredible.
That's surprisingly really
Yeah.
good.
Also,
love
don't
it.
eat uncooked potatoes.
It's not bad. It's bad for your
Actually,
teeth.
don't.
Bad, well, just bad.
Owie,
They could hurt.
hurts.
You can get poisoned.
Poison.
You get poison.
Yeah.
For Team Force of Light, with a suggestion from Idaho Judd, this feels appropriate given tonight's session, a therapy session.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God.
So thank you so much for coming to this group session. I'm just trying to get my training hours, so just bear with me. Who wants to share first and tell me where you're at today?
So hi,
Hi, say your name.
oh yeah. So hi, I'm Daria, not Daria.
Hi, Daria, not
I'm
Daria.
confused. Do you mean
Daria or
not
Daria?
Oh my God, please don't do that to me.
Okay.
And just so you know, we don't. This isn't like an anonymous meeting, so you don't have to say hello to the name after, unless you want to. If that's
Oh, I
what you're
thought
feeling,
we
it's
just-
okay.
Yeah, no, I actually felt really supported.
Okay, good.
So when I have I have a phobia of festive life preservers.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
That's a
It's
hard
tough.
one.
I
Yeah,
think we can all say that we've all been feeling that we have struggled with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I haven't
definitely.
felt that.
Especially
I don't know what
around the
that's
holidays.
Okay, well,
Around the
can you
holidays.
tell us how you
Yeah.
feel then? If you don't struggle with festive life
You
preservers,
don't struggle?
maybe
Like, what's that
maybe
like?
what is it like?
Being
like.
so brave. I don't know.
Well, I wouldn't call myself brave. I don't know. I just.
I mean, you're city racing.
Like. Yeah. Yes. I'm.
Hi, City
But
Racing
I-
Girl.
Yeah, you can
I
tell
said-
everyone. I wasn't gonna
I
tell
really
anyone.
liked your.
I love all of your
But
action
that's-
movies.
that's-
Yeah, I've been watching them on
Thanks.
Netflix, and it's not a big deal.
See, I
And this
can't.
is the anonymous part of the meeting.
Right.
so
Okay.
tell
Totally
us
anonymous,
here.
totally
We won't tell
anonymous.
anybody you're
I
City
can't
Racing Girl.
go anywhere without anyone knowing who I am, and it's just I don't know. Lately, I just felt like there's like an angel devil sin like on each of my shoulders, and sometimes I feel like I can hear them talking to me, and
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah,
Does
I'm-
anybody
That's
else
I
hear
find that so
voices?
ironic because I found your character in Dungeon
Oh my
Speedrun
God, it's
7
not
Dungeon Speedrun
a character.
Again.
till the end.
Yeah.
That really
Yeah.
inspiring and
When
really
you
when you
Fender
said
Rilled, oh my gosh.
and you said and you looked at Fenderill and you said I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
Yeah, that was actually very iconic.
It really inspired me to give up Beaker Park.
You inspired
Wow,
me to give
really?
up Beaker. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He did that.
That
cold
movie
turkey.
did that.
I mean, it changed my life.
Okay, do you want to tell us how you feel? Go ahead. Don't be scared. Could you speak up just a little bit?
Sorry.
It's okay, take your time.
I'm sorry, I get really braver in big groups like this. Like, I think it's because my mom was so unbearably loquacious that, like, when I come to this place, like, I'm so, and I'm embarrassed because I'm in front of City Racing Girl.
Oh my God!
and
You know
she's
what?
Like, No, I mean, no, it's not you about being a
Look, I really loved you in Ghostbusters Quick Response Unit
Okay, maybe
7.
we should not
I actually
talk
like-
about the movies anymore.
The crossover between Ghostbusters and Quick Response Unit was impeccable.
Okay, if I just gave you all a bunch of just jewels, would you just shut up about the movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
absolutely right.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Great.
Consider yourselves healed.
Money solves everything!
Is there a tracker in there?
And that's Team Force of Light.
Yeah.
You're tracking us.
Wow.
Oh my God.
When art imitates art.
Wow.
Weird.
Thank you, Team Force of Light. Thank you,
Yes.
Team Force of Shadow.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/A-Dungeon-Run. As soon as we're done here, we're going to record a short rest, which is probably going to just be us sobbing.
Going through the motions.
No, I thought that was fine, actually. One of the least emotional for me.
Oh, yes, right.
Given
that's
more
true.
time.
Oh, I know. I didn't hear any of that conversation.
Well, I had a blast. I think there was a lot of scary stuff in there.
Really
heck of
good.
a showcase tonight, Ron.
Yeah, nice job, buddy.
Between the clicker and Bretonius and all of it, and trying to take Rilian's hand.
Right. Yeah.
I love it. You're like, well, you
And the
gotta cut
haunted
it off.
house. You got a couple
Guys, we
episodes
should
of
talk
Haunted
about
House.
Yes,
this
this is
on the
short rest.
Yes. This is
Thank
short
you,
rest.
everyone, for joining us this evening. As always, humankind,
Be bold! Bye.
It started. It started. It started. Started. As a simple dungeon run. As a simple dungeon run.